His parsec words,
No,
if you please.
it just verified me just right there, like then and then. Now I can make a new password.
Wow. Greetings everyone and welcome to the Persona 4 Golden Livestream, where we don't play the game because it's pre-recorded, but like we will commentate over Persona 4. I have played the game before. Technically, I've played the game twice before because I had to record all this. I haven't recorded the full game yet, by the way. I've only got
That's
an.
good fucking lord. Yes, cannot just sit still for a moment. Now he has to just do something.
Listen, it's like this, right? I had to cut out a lot of grinding, and I have to cut out a lot of random battles. To be fair, actually, I'm not even grinding that much, mainly because I'm just playing the game too well. Like, I'm already... Like, the difference what I'm doing now versus then, I will probably explain later. But, like, I'm always just kind of over-leveled now at this point, instead of last time where I was pretty under-leveled until the 5th dungeon. Where I realized, oh, fuck, I have to... The 4th dungeon, I should say. Oh, fuck, I actually have to fucking, like, get some level ups. And I kind of learned how to get the rare enemies that give me a lot of XP, so now I can just casually do that in the main playthrough. So the only thing I'm grinding is like side quests, which yeah, I'm gonna cut out mostly because holy shit, who fucking cares? Ah, you want to see me get some rare items from monsters? No. No, I don't. Is Parsec doing okay? I need to make a new folder for Persona. Oh, I can't make a new folder for Persona 4. God fucking damn it, I should have done that beforehand. I forgot about it. It's almost like it's been 2 weeks since I last streamed. If you guys don't know, my internet, the new internet provider I had a different connection, but the cable was damaged. The cable had to be repaired. I'm actually surprised the cable only took 3 hours to repair. But it was very early in the morning, so I was very sleepy, and I think I am at the state where I'm just kind of zany now, like like that level of tired right now. Just like, it's might be good for the comment for streaming purposes. So, let's do some audio testing. Alice, speak.
No, I won't. Leave me alone. Bye.
Fair enough. May you have awful Twitter like images saved up in your cache. You piece of shit.
It's a good thing I'm not on Twitter.
Damn you. To be fair, aren't you on like Instagram anyway?
No, I am not.
Okay.
I'm actually thinking of deleting that account because I'm not using it for it.
I'm just thinking about like, you don't really do social media, so I guess you'll mostly be fine. I don't know. Twitter's fucking awful with it.
I had my fair share of enjoying spicy things, but then I just got bored of it because.
Why scroll for loot images on Instagram when I can just Google it whenever I feel like?
Just the samey things. It's like it's nothing of interesting either. It's just kind of boring, honestly.
I only yeah. When it comes to the internet, I mostly would have some of it for the fucking like metro traveling, because holy fucking shit, that gets fucking annoying. You have to be distracted by something. Phone games don't do it for me. It's because it's like only a half an hour, and like if I want to play a game, I want to at least spend an hour on it, if that makes any sense.
When it comes to let's say I would go on a travel, I would just probably put on YouTube at this point, listen to some podcasts or music.
Okay, and I don't know if you're like far away from the mic, but sometimes you start talking so quietly, I can't fucking. It sounds like I can't fucking hear what you say.
But yeah, so when it comes to the travel, I just use YouTube, listen to either podcasts or some YouTube video that's long enough, and that's it, or music.
That's nice. Yeah, I don't really like my ears being like blocked on the metro, because I always fear there's some crazy person somewhere and I have to like be able to hear crazy things happening on the metro. I like cars. Cars are nice. We should drive cars more often.
Get a license.
Honestly, every time I think of driving a car, I just think of the idea that like I'm just gonna fucking do some stupid mistake and crash. But maybe that's just me.
Just imagine everybody just in there. What do you call them again? Shopping carts.
I fucking like almost
Everybody-
walked through red because I was too much in my own fucking thoughts and didn't think about anything, and then almost got driven over.
Oh, Jess,
Walking
that's
is
like
dangerous.
you're human, and many people can make such mistakes.
No, impossible. Only I am the quirky one.
But you know, Jess, just try to act like you're the main character. Or something.
No, listen, I'm the only person alive with mental illness. You can't take this away from me. Jesse, you're a VTuber. Every VTuber has mental illness. My fucking god, you're right. Prove me wrong.
I will. Kershay.
Are you sure she's not mentally ill in some way?
No, she isn't. She has come out sane because she actually had a father figure.
Damn, I wish I had a father figure. Also, like, you know, like, I was born with my insanity, thank you very much. Well, mostly anyway. I don't think of...
Or so they claim, yeah.
That's literally how it is, like, your brain is different, what can I say? It's literally structured different, what do you want me to do? Get brain surgery. Fuck, I didn't think of that one. Anyway, let's just start the fucking...
Lobotomies are great.
Lobotomies are not great. Let's actually start the fucking, like, stream. I'm fucking sick and tired of this shit. Got 7 parts ready and everything. Alright, I'm just gonna turn off the mic for the opening to play, because that's what I like to do.
Thank you.
Are you guys ready to jump inside the TV?
No.
Okay, well, fair enough, fuck me then. That's the end of Persona 4, guys. Anna said no. We're playing Persona 4 Golden, but you might have noticed, hey, that was the opening for the original Persona 4 game. So yes, that opening is better, so we're starting with that. I'm probably showing the other opening later, like halfway through the game. Yeah, for the Season 2. Because, you know, Ennis will definitely, like, go to summer vacation, and this series will be on pause for, like, 4 weeks. So, you know, that's you know, that's gonna be, like, the difference between Season 1 and Season 2. Or as current seasons like to do, Season 1 Part 2. Season 2 Part 3. I fucking hate the parts. That's stupid. Just make called another season. No. Why couldn't you just wait? Why couldn't you just wait 6 months and just release the full thing? No. So, for this playthrough, right? I have decided that I did New Game Plus because I want to show all the social links and stuff. But I will make sure that the game will be as fair as possible, and I will not pick personas that are above my level. I will not use
You'll just start from scratch as far as I can.
I am going to waste all my money so that I don't have any money in the beginning either, right? The only thing I'm gonna keep is all my social stats because, you know, I want to be able to get all the social links. Because otherwise it would be impossible. I'd have to do 2 playthroughs and that can be a little bit tiring. Never mind that the New Game Plus also adds a new super boss that I also want to show off. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, Ennis is new to this game, so he will experience the story for the first time. We wake up they call this the Velvet Room. In reality, this is a Velvet Limousine now. It's not really a room anymore, is it? Like, look at this. Where's the fucking room? It's pretty fucking wide room, though.
Oh, yeah, it's a room in a car.
I guess you could indeed say there's enough room in this car, yes. Of course, because I am based, the game will be played in Japanese language.
Who went forever? How am I ever supposed to be covered?
Well, in Persona 3, if you kill yourself, you get powers. Maybe you should try that.
Yeah, it's a good thing that at the very least some normies will agree and say, man, my gym bro. It's like I absolutely despise watching anime in any other language than Japanese.
To be fair, Anis, I think most of the Dutch people are like pro original language. How many dubs of movies do we have in Dutch?
That's a really good point. Only when you're watching and stuff like on Nickelodeon. Or...
Yeah, dubs are for children. There you go. That's the Dutch mindset. I like the filthy German mindset of everything needs to be dubbed.
Or the American mindset, which I guess it originated from the Germans after all.
I guess that would make sense. I actually don't know where the first film was originally made.
Would think America.
You would think, but like, you would be surprised how many fucking original inventions come from Germany. Like cars.
What to say, German science is the best in the world. And as of right now, Germany is just being held back by itself. Living in the past of its greater shadow.
And it decides that, you know what, everyone should live in the past of our greater shadow. To make sure our mistakes doesn't happen again, we'll make all of you suffer.
I'm just saying, it's gonna create a different type of issue in the future.
So basically, Igor here is like he's just like doing a tarot card reading to basically say, hey, you're in a murder mystery series now. Have fun with that, kid. That's basically it. That's basically what's happening here in this cutscene.
Yeah, that's great.
He doesn't say anything about you jumping into a TV though. He could have never predicted that much. Just like, what the fuck? Stop playing Warframe! Get the fuck back here! You piece of shit! I swear to God! I will delete your subscription for life!
I love Steam. I love Steam.
So if you guys don't know, the last 2 weeks that we went offline, Anis has just been addicted to Warframe. I've lost my friend to Warframe, and I kind of looked up on Google how I can like get my friends back from the addiction, only to find more people trying to get people addicted to Warframe, getting their friends into Warframe. I see so many fucking like links to people asking how they can get their friends into Warframe. I'm like, holy fucking shit, it's a cult. Oh my god, it's reset!
Yes. Oh, nice.
That's it.
YouTube,
yes. That's it. YouTube gets banned. I can't believe the antis could get past this scene.
That requires the antis to play the game, and as far as I know, they don't play games.
No, actually, they played the game, right? And then they got angry when the game wasn't what they thought it was. You mean all the video essays lied to me about these characters? Can't believe it. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Man, and don't you love older games, you know? They like older Japanese content with how base they were. They literally just start with a girl in a bikini doing a fucking ad. Isn't that exactly how every game should begin? Apparently, it's not enough, because people got past that scene and played the game somehow. I don't know how. And then they complained about it. It's like, wow, this is not what the video essay told me. So, basically, we, as the protagonist, our parents just kind of went to travel, so we are now forced to, like, stay with our uncle for a year in the countryside. You know, the train trips are very relaxing and nice, you know. I actually kind of like going to the train, unlike the metro, because, like... Ah, that's a nice Tolka, and it's like I don't know where that came from, but thanks anyway. Listen, react to the
It comes.
react to the fucking game. Stop gooning. They're playing Warframe. God damn it. You have that on hand for whenever something funny happens. And that's yeah, that took full. Also, I like how you saved it on Discord so I can actually store it, so I can actually keep posting it on Discord too.
Exactly. I needed to share it.
That's perfect.
That's the importance here.
Man, I remember when I got choked by Daddy. What?
Are these actual scenes of Daddy choking, or are these like visions of the future?
I think they are visions of the future.
Must be nice.
Man. Oh, we have arrived. One thing that you should know is that there's quite a bit of a difference between the PlayStation 2 game and the PS Vita version of this game, which is of course golden. Some graphical effects, some graphics couldn't really make it to the golden version for some reason. I don't really know why. And this station is like one of those examples where there's quite a bit of a difference with the textures as well. But I can point out some like major differences later. I don't know all the differences because I never played the PlayStation 2 version, obviously. I got into this game like 2 years ago. And this is Nanako. She may be her cousin now, but she practically becomes little sister instead. She is very cute. If anything happened to her, I will kill everyone in this room. And then myself. Oh my god, they're driving cars, how dare they? Reddit would never accept that. Ah, here we have the new edition of Golden. A girl. As you know with Atlas, every edition, like reworked edition of a game has to add a girl to it. It is the law.
Yes, so now we added the golf girlfriend into the mix.
Yes.
You know, she's crazy because she has a choker on.
You know, and I don't know if you've realized this, but every Neptunia character has a collar on.
Yes, point proven.
You know what? You're right. Fuck me. I cannot think of a single sane character in that game.
You know, the fun thing is, right, as I will say that, I was also thinking of the 2D characters.
Jokers is just kind of like, having a Joker is just kind of like the typical design thing in Neptunia. Like every character, it's like the zippers in Kingdom Hearts. Like every character has to have at least a few.
It's not such a big deal with that one because it's like, I guess the artist is quirk. You may even find it in the data life when it comes to the transformations.
Probably. You already have a cigarette in your mouth permanently because it's part of the character model. So Enes, when you look at this game, do you think it needs a remake?
You know, I couldn't answer that one because it's more of a product of its time when it comes to the graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if graphics is the only reason why a game needs a remake, then I think you're kind of...
I don't know, some games I wouldn't mind just mostly a graphical overhaul because it's mostly a great game, but sometimes the graphics are a little bit too... This game is fine for me, but like Final Fantasy VII, for example, I actually wouldn't have mind just like a graphical overhaul for most of the game, but with added content.
If the people making the remake were like the same people that made like the Hard Gold Soul Silver remakes, right?
Yes.
I'll take as example. Then I'm all for it. But we've seen what the future holds with the remakes. Why I'm nowadays getting cold towards them.
That's the thing, right? Like with the Persona 4 remake, because there's a remake coming, obviously. I wouldn't have minded it so much if it was at a time where we didn't see like games getting censored or getting like toned down. That's what I'm most worried about. There are things I could see actually improving with the game. Just, you know, I do think Persona 4 holds up pretty well, unlike Persona 3 that really did need a remake. Holy shit. That game, man. The Persona 4, like, I would say, yeah, there could be things improved with a remake, but it's not super necessary. I'd rather see a remake of Persona 1 and 2, or, you know, just Persona 6. Imagine making a new game after 10 years.
No.
Do you think the wait time for Persona 6 will be as long as GTA 6?
Also no.
Are you really?
I think you can imagine it being the case of like the second they announce it, this is the second it's coming out. Right?
Fair enough,
Or at least it's very close. Because this is the pattern with, what do you call it, with Atlas as far as I know.
But it's like most modern games nowadays, when they actually have a trailer for a game, they're actually pretty close to finishing it. Unlike the past, where they could have a trailer for a game ready, and then it takes like 5 years for the game to come out.
It's only with GTA 6 that we have this issue, but then we find out that GTA 6 has been in production for like since 2000. Was it? No, that was maybe different. Yeah, I'm thinking. It was in production since 2007.
When I first booted up this game and I heard this music and I just walked through this town, I don't know, I immediately felt nostalgic without having played the game. The music is just really good alongside just kind of walking around town, you know, making some fucking birds fly away, fuck them. You immediately kind of get into the atmosphere of the game.
Genshin.
What?
It's a good thing we're not playing Genshin. Or a super boss would have appeared right now.
Little Timmy comes from the sky, how fucking dare you? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I can't help but notice a bit of pixelation in the video that I made. I noticed a bit of ghosting while I was editing at the very least, and that was annoying me, and I don't really know why, because like OBS is mostly in the right settings as far as I'm aware. Maybe I have to just check it again when I start more recording, but I don't know, something felt off.
Like the something feeling off is thought it was maybe to do with the graphics of this game.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with the graphics. It has everything to do with like there are times where it just like it gets overly pixelated for no reason. Like it's like when the bitrate lowers quickly. You know what I mean? When the bitrate lowers in Twitch streams. It's like that. I don't know why it happens here. I don't know if it will be noticeable on stream because like I am watching this on a 4K monitor, but you guys will always see this on like 1080p on YouTube and everything, so maybe you guys won't even notice that happening, but I can't say. Anyway, here with Dojima, he is our uncle, of course, but unlike Persona 5 uncle, you know, we are in good terms because we're not considered a criminal, so he's pretty chill. So, you know what?
Just realize what type of smooth criminal he's holding at home.
I won't say anything. So, Dojima over here. You know, when I see a nice guy, you know, like masculine man that seems pretty chill, all I do is always suck up to him because I know that if I max his bond, I will get a lot of good benefits. Yes, I have learned this from women. It always works out, I noticed.
You know, it may sound crazy, right? But women actually love a power imbalance more than they actually want to admit.
Don't say that, Dennis. God forbid. You only say that because you're like your girlfriend is 2 hours younger than you. You fucking freak.
Oh yeah, bro. Look at all the women dating older men.
I think it's more so because they just provide money.
Yes, add on to the fact that they're richer. See, another power imbalance right there.
But Ennis, if you're like really old, right? Aren't you kind of weaker than a normal man?
Apparently, you know, and then a normal man, sure, but what makes it different for a woman?
I mean, it depends on how old we're talking, I suppose.
Exactly.
How old is Joe Biden?
Yeah, if you go to Joe Biden's range or Trump's range, yeah. You're not gonna win against a younger man or woman. But that power imbalance, though.
So another thing is that Dojima is also a detective. Which is, you know, obviously gonna play into the story as well, because we're doing a murder mystery. So this guy, you know, he's in a, you know, he has a bit of a scandal. He's part of a bit of a scandal, and kind of messed with someone's wife. Did it though, probably, I assume. I don't really know. So yeah, that's probably gonna cause some problems. Don't worry about it though.
すべての担当番組から降板とし、問題解決まで出演を自粛する方針を発表しています。
ニュースつまんないね。
Yeah, the news is boring.
ジュネスは毎日がお客様感謝で。
Now Nanako over here has one huge love for a supermarket. You don't understand, the supermarket has a nice jingle. She absolutely loves the supermarket.
食べないの？
The supermarket is her entire life, just so you know. So for the record, right, because we're in the county, right, most stores, like, there used to be a very, like, large commercial, like, district. That's the town where we went to. Part of the story is that a lot of stores are closing down, which kind of ruins some jobs for people, because this huge fucking supermarket came in that almost sells everything. So people are actually kind of struggling when it comes to the market. Just a small thing in the game in the background.
Can't believe the Mexicans are taking all of our jobs.
Those goddamn Mexicans! I don't think the Mexicans are the one making a giant fucking store, though.
What? But this game is commentary on real-life politics. What do you mean?
Yeah, there's this thing called Another Country.
No.
I remember when, like, we were talking about how, like...
But I imagine...
Someone was talking about how, like, you know... It was about, like, how the Ottoman Empire, like, took over Spain at some point, and then Spain took it back. And then someone in the comments like, we don't want either you or your dirty Mexicans in our America. And it's like, what the fuck has Spain to do with Mexicans, you fucking retard? And they both speak Spanish, so they both want to invade America. Okay.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Oh fuck, I'm in the what the fuck dimension. Oh, that's the fog dimension. I don't know if that's any better. Do you think that if we go walk past the fog, there will be a boss fight?
No.
Oh, so this is not Dark Souls. Actually...
If you walk a bit further, you just come back to where you started.
I do believe Golden actually came out after Dark Souls, so yeah, we can make Dark Souls references now. It's okay.
What? Since when do we have dates on when we can make memes?
You can only make memes at the... Why are you still posting GIFs? Fucking watch the video, you piece of shit! It's a cute GIF though. I feel like there's a meme somewhere that I'm not seeing.
It's just what I think Nanako will do, and sometimes with the TV.
You know, there's so many parodies of this character where they like beat war with other lolly characters just dancing in front of the TV. I think she hates Saturdays. I think that was it, right? Like she just fucking hates Saturdays. Was it Saturday?
I have no clue.
She hated one day specifically.
I could pull up the YouTube video for you. But...
Oh, look at that! There is a boss fight beyond the gate. This is Dark Souls. So you are the one pursuing me. Try all you like. Okay, Kira, I'll show you what I got. This is my... What the fuck is a persona? Zio! It seems that you can see a little despite the fog. I see, indeed. That is interesting information. Might have to lower the sound a bit, though.
Yeah, the attack sound is a lot louder than everything else in the game.
Yeah.
Typical ports. Always messing up with the sound mix.
If there's one thing I've noticed with a lot of games is that for some fucking reason the sound effects are super fucking loud. It's the most annoying thing when it's like sound mixing for streams, because most of the games start with like cutscenes, so you based off the audio on that, but then you're in the game and then that's just the loudest sound effects you have ever heard. We will meet again at a place other than here? I look forward to it. You are losing consciousness.
Yeah, that cleave costs SP.
No, it costs us HP. It's still HP.
It's still HP.
It's practically still the same system to an extent. We just don't have most of our elements. Is that something I actually wouldn't mind, is that there's more elements in the Persona 4 remake. They're probably gonna just make it similar to Persona 5 in terms of combat, though. Though, you know, honestly, I really want them to bring back the fucking weapon, the different physical damage like types, like stab, slash, and, you know, blunt attacks.
Right.
Yeah, Persona 3 had that, and I think Persona 1 and 2 either too? I'm not sure.
No memory, but you know, I could boot up. No, I could not boot up the game because I'm not that far into it.
Also, you could, you know, watch the video instead of booting up random games.
Oh.
The next thing I'll see is Honkai Star Rail being popped up.
Yeah, if I had that on Steam, sure.
You can make it a Steam game. You know, you can just like make Steam launch the game instead. Anyway, it's time to go to school. It's fucking raining. Holy shit.
Just like here.
Well, no, it's pretty warm right now. It rained like, not yesterday, it was the day before. I had another problem with the recording, and I don't really understand why. I kind of want to blame the high frame rate, but I don't have this problem with other games. But there's quite a bit of ghosting going on as well with the recording, and I don't know why. Because I don't have that ghosting at all in the game itself. It's pretty noticeable looking back at it as well. Maybe I should... Oh man, I don't want to record it in 60 frames per second. maybe I just have to record the game in 120 FPS and then render it in 60. Maybe that'll work. Not certain.
No, I know it sounds scary, right? But some things were actually made with certain FPS, and it does look weird when you put it into a higher.
No, you don't understand. The game itself looks perfectly fine. There's no ghosting at all. It's the recording. It's the recording that's ghosting. The game itself, absolutely, like, smooth as fuck. Absolutely fine. So, you know, our classmates here are talking about our homeroom teacher being King Moron. And, yeah, King Moron is a very apt description for this guy.
Right.
Well, you know how the beginning is, you know, you're a transfer student, and they go like, oh my god, it's a transfer student! As you would expect. Oh yeah, Yosuke is also from the city like us, but he came a bit earlier. Like a half a year earlier, I think. This won't be the last time he crashes with his bike. Or motorbike. Or anything, really. He's just a crash out, you know?
That's such a One Piece, like.
Honestly, you can play piano on his teeth.
Yes.
In the fighting game, you will have as much dialogue as fucking, like, Zamasu. You know, he really fucking just, like, insults us day one, like we didn't even do anything.
Oh yes, you did do something. You exist.
By the way, there's certain actions you can do, right, that will just increase your things, like this will be cosplay, so like, are you calling me garbage? He says we're on a shit list, but he's not gonna do anything, to be honest. Also, for some reason, Maruka thinks, city boy, rapist.
Fair enough.
That makes sense. Actually, you know, I was about to make a joke where he probably has skeletons in his closet, but then I remember what he actually is into. I mean, I don't know, yes, yeah, no, I don't know if it's excusable. I'll let you decide once you see. It's a bit later into the game. I'm gonna sit right, like right here. Yeah, he kinda sucks.
I can't believe that you didn't take the main character seat.
I know, right?
It's the worst game ever.
Not very anime accurate, really. This is what we need to remake for. We need to remake this just to be in the right seat.
私ら同じクラスだから一緒なんだけどね。
静かにしろ貴様ら。出席を取るから折り目正しく返事しろ。
The thing is though, like, I will like call King Warren King often. I don't think he's a very good person, but there is a part of him where he does like he is responsible in a sense where he does make sure that like students don't like stay up at night on the streets and like sense them home and shit. Like he does put in the effort to make sure students do the right thing. It's just he's such a fucking asshole. You know?
It doesn't help that he also looks like a creep.
Yeah. But he mostly does like try, like he does actually. There's a part of him that seems to do at least care that we like grow up as like proper people, proper adults. So there is a good side to him. It's just hidden behind just all this fucking sludge. Wow, the police, guys! We have to check this out! Do you kids want to see a dead body? Just go on Twitter. What? I fucking hate Twitter.
なんだよこの霧。最近雨降った後とかやけに出るよな。
そういや聞いた？例の女子アナ。なんかパパラッチとかもいるって。
That is Kentucky's voice actor, I think.
山野真由美だろ。
Not that guy.
Could very well be. I didn't hear it that well.
俺聞いたんだけどさ。
It's the guy with the red hair, I think.
マジかよ。あのさ、天城。ちょっと聞きたいことあるんだけど。天城んちの旅館にさ。
So I don't understand this, right? So you have the honorary, like the honorary, like what is it called? The honorary, no?
Honorary
Honorifics.
The
The honorifics of like Yukiko-san, but I don't just like make him say her like last name. Like, okay, so you're already Japanesing it in the subtitles, but you're not just gonna like use the last name. Why? I don't understand.
You want localization or translations to be accurate or at the very least consistent?
Yeah, like I would like some consistency at least. Like if you just...
So entitled.
I know, right? I think most of the subtitles are okay. Like they're not super bad, but there's just parts where I think why I don't understand the inconsistency of like. Sometimes it's pretty accurate, and sometimes they keep it pretty Japanese, but then they don't go full in on the Japanese, like using surnames instead of, you know, first names, but with the honorific. Do not disturb the police officers. What if I show him a picture on Twitter? I will also throw you in jail very quickly.
Remind me, why did the police again come here specifically, or were they just passing by?
Because someone, you'll see actually, where we don't know. We have to find where we're going to look. We're going to walk past them very soon.
I see. So we also don't know why the police came by. Okay. Who?
So this is Chi, girl failure. And next to her is Yukiko, prettier girl failure. You will soon understand what I mean. It only gets worse as the game goes on.
里中さん、これすげえ面白かったです。技の繰り出しがさすがの本場っつうか。申し訳ない。事故なんだ。バイト代入るまで待って。じゃあ。
待てこら。貸した DVD に何した？
Crashed.
なんで？信じられない。ひび入ってんじゃん。私の清流伝説が。
俺のも割れそう。机の角が。
Man, I can't believe, like...
大丈夫？
I can't believe his dick is dead now.
心配してくれてんのか。
いいよ、ユキコ。花村なんか。
If there's one thing I've learned of Yosuke is that he just never gets a break in this game.
Should leave him be. Yeah.
Yeah, should leave him be. You know, we can't help him out yet. We don't have a bond yet, you know? We're still rank 0.
君さ、ユキコだよね。こ
I'm pretty sure this guy will have no importance in the story at all.
誰
Physiognomy check and everything.
何あいつどこの学校？
よりによって天城狙いかよ。てか普通は一人の時に誘うだろ。
張り倒されるに俺リボンシトロン1本な。
賭けにならねって。天城越えの難易度知らねえのか？
あのさ、行くの行かないのどっち？
行かない。
ならいい。
He seems like a very friendly man. I'm pretty certain he'll become a great friend in the future. A great social link, if you will.
デートのお誘いでしょどう見たって。え、そうなの？そうなのって。ああ。まあけどあれはないよね。いきなりユキコって怖すぎ。
よう天城、また悩める男子振ったのか？まったく罪作りだな。俺も去年バッサリ切られたもんな。
別にそんなことしてないよ。
なあ、マジで？じゃあ今度一緒にどっか出かける？
それは嫌だけど。
No, he was rather rather smooth.
He was rather smooth, but, you know, Yukiko remembers what happens to his dick and knows that there's nothing that can be done with that anymore, so, you know.
Oh, yeah.
There's no family to be made, you know? You know what I mean? How unfortunate. Maybe if he awakens his persona, he can heal it, but, you know, this is what it is. The only thing that could, like, kill someone's balls more is a cat that goes outside. If you don't know the joke, apparently cats can, like, carry a parasite to their litter box. And if you clean the shit without, like, gloves or anything, you might catch the parasite. And the parasite will sit in your ballsack and just behead sperm cells.
Huh.
Yeah, so, you know, when you have a cat, be a little bit careful. Or, like, if the cat goes outside, if the cat stays inside, it's not a problem. So, in this scene specifically, there's actually quite a big change, because there used to be, like, a bunch of, like... there were a lot more electricity poles in the background in the original PlayStation 2 game. There is a mod that tries to, like, restore everything in the golden port. But, so far it only did the dungeons somewhat, so I didn't really bother with the mod. One thing that also is pretty different with Persona 4 and here is that Persona 4, PlayStation 2 Persona 4 was a lot less colorful and was a lot more desaturated and yellowy to kind of set the mood of, like, I don't know, I would, like, it should feel old or something.
It's maybe more of the movie filter of the detective scene.
Yeah,
I
think that is kind of the idea. And I do think it kind of comes down to preference. I'm always the kind of person that just prefers the brighter colors anyway, so for me it's fine. But I can see why some people would prefer just like the more desaturated feel of the original.
But what about the other guy?
Who? Oh my god, it's the police!
でね、その高校生の子、ちょうど早退したんですって。
まさかアンテナに引っかかってるなんて思わないわよね。
見たかったわ。
遅いんだから。
Why the fuck would they want to see whatever hanged on the pole, crazy woman? So yeah, a dead body showed up on top of a fucking antenna. And of course, you know, because he's a detective, our uncle is already on the scene. It's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Don't you mind here, like, preferably wants to keep us out of this, right? Because he, you know, obviously is like, oh, you guys are children, you should have nothing to do with this, right? Like, it's our job. We have to deal with this. Go away. But yeah, it would seem that there's that there might be a murderer loose. And this would be his partner, Dachi. Who's kind of
Not to be confused with Akechi.
すぐ自撮り出るぞ。
not to be confused with Takechi indeed.
さっきの校内放送ってこれのこと。アンテナに引っかかってたってどういうことなんだろう。ねえユキコさ。
The better question is, who the fuck puts a dead body on a fucking power line antenna?
You gotta show off at sometimes.
Fair enough. You know, you gotta have the style points and everything.
Well, you know, when you do a murder, you just style on those police officers, showing them, haha, you couldn't even catch me here.
Haha, you fucked it up, you failed, loser, stupid. Your mommy doesn't like you.
Don't mind, my brother's back is asking for a twist. I'll be right back.
Alright, we're mostly going through the streets anyway. But I'll probably pause at some point. You know, for the most part, we're gonna be. Oh man, I just noticed too much of how. It really bothers me, but I just noticed too much of how the video kind of degrades for me. And I don't know if it's as bad here. Yeah, I think you can notice a little bit. It's really weird because I'm pretty certain I did. Maybe I need to increase the bitrate, but like I could have sworn I used a good bitrate for this. But I guess maybe not. Maybe I'll have to increase the bitrate next time because holy shit, it's really weird though. Like I really most of the time I kind of keep a good bitrate. It should be acceptable, but maybe not. I'm actually very annoyed by it. Like, cause it really should just have a better. It should not look like that. I can't tell. I don't know if it's the recording or the rendering either, so I have to check that out as well. Well, there's nothing more we can do but check the fucking apartment store. Except there's nothing much to see there because this you only have an elevator. Oh yeah, we're now in part 2 of this. That's crazy. I only keep it in parts to kind of keep get a good idea of where we are. I don't want to like watch a fucking 3-hour long, like 3.5 hour long video. Holy shit! What the fuck was that? Ah, hold on a fucking minute. I know for fucking certain that was not in the recording. That's really weird though, because I know my rendering went really fucking fast, but maybe I need to slow it down because it didn't render that well at all. Holy shit. What was that? And is that
What happened?
Oh, hold on, you'll see it for yourself.
Oh lord.
Yeah.
I see.
I knew I wasn't fucking like it's okay. And I could have. I do not know. I do not think it was in the original recording.
Even here, I feel like I can see some muddiness.
Yeah, like there's something not good. I don't know what the cause for that is. I don't know if it's the rendering or like I don't know if it's the original video either. So I have to check that out soon as well. The original recording, but I do not think it looked like that in the original recording. I can't say for sure, of course, but it's a bit nuts. Something is incredibly off, at the very least. But yeah, that's unfortunate.
So Jess,
What's up?
Digimon's coming out.
Yeah, it's wait, what do you mean Digimon is coming out? It's coming out in like October.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Got a date, and it's nice and close.
Yeah, it's pretty nice and close. I knew that for a while now. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I'm probably gonna stream my playthrough of it, just because I can. I think it could be a...
Oh, it's It's gonna be a shorter game too, probably.
No, it's gonna be around 70 hours long, so you know, get prepared. Have you forgotten how long Cyber Sleuth is? To be fair, it depends on what you're doing as well, right?
Yeah.
But with my play style, it's probably gonna be a while. So yeah, a woman was found dead in the river. Was that what that you know that oh, she appeared in the news before. She's part of the scandal, huh? Very interesting.
Right. The news broadcast by any chance talked about something that happened in the morning too, or at school?
It might have, yeah.
Think about it. The news. What if the other person that died that was hanging on the antenna was the guy?
No, it was her. She was the one that died on the antenna. She was the one that hanged on the antenna.
Right. I was thinking.
She was the murder victim.
I was thinking for what you talking about the river, but then I guess I didn't pay attention to the text.
Yeah. It's okay. I don't have to pay attention to the text because I know the story, right? But like that's basically. Yeah. It seems the local TV stations announcer, the announcer Yumi Yamano, her affair with the local councilman's secretary had been on the news just the other day. Oh, that was quick. I can't quite say why, for some reason, the video is so badly rendered or recorded. I really have to fix that. The problem is I can't fix all the recording, unfortunately. I've recorded a lot.
The only thing you haven't done is checking the recording yet, right?
No, I haven't checked the recording yet, so I'll check that pretty soon. Probably when you're eating, I'm probably gonna check it.
Because maybe, could very well be the...
It could be the rendering. It could be.
Yeah, the rendering instead of... Because recording doesn't make sense when you say that everything seems to be going well, unless there might have been like a small hiccup on the... what do you call it?
On the editing softwares like preview window.
Either the editing software or OBS.
The only thing I noticed in the editing software is the ghosting, which that's another thing. But this was too much. This I don't know.
What is ghosting exactly?
Ghosting. Okay, so like imagine if I move my hand, right, and then you pause the video and you can see the slight shed, like the slight. You can see. Imagine like there's like a see-through hand that like was where my hand was before, and it's still kind of there, like a bit.
A lingering frame, basically.
Yeah, basically like that. That's basically what we call ghosting. And I haven't had that problem since Sony Vegas, because Sony Vegas automatically adds that to the fucking video for no reason. But for...
Sony Vegas is like, yeah, let me add it as a feature.
Yeah, you have to download the plugin to like stop that shit. I was like, why is it like that? But I don't have this problem at all with... normally I don't have this problem with DaVinci at all. And it's not like I use any different recording settings for Persona 4 than I did with any other game I recorded, so it's really weird that it does that.
Okay, you guys survived without getting into another crash.
First of all, my job is to waste my precious time teaching you assholes philosophy. And since I'm so nice, I'll straighten up your rotten attitudes. While
you know what? I have to agree. What a wasted class.
Yeah. You listen to the lecture.
Not to hate on philosophy. I do know philosophy is great, but not when school's teaching you.
No. Philosophy I find a difficult thing because there's a part of me that thinks if you're going to teach someone philosophy, you have to teach them to also make their own philosophies. But most philosophy lesson is just more about learning about other people's philosophies, which has their own importance too. But I've seen so many people that end up thinking they're smart because they can quote a philosopher. And they kind of stop thinking about the philosophy itself. They immediately agree because, well, that philosopher is smart, so he must know what he's talking about. Rather than simply absorbing that philosophy and thinking, okay, but I might see it this way instead. Which most people don't do. Most people just simply go like, oh, this philosopher said that, so I'm just going to quote the philosopher and sound smart.
I think when it comes to our discussions, I think the beauty of philosophy, and it comes down to is more the talks, the discussions.
Yeah.
To see things, right? But instead, like you said, you're a lot more your head up your ass, even though it's already in the sand.
Yeah. So Yukiko over here, she Her mom is like, or mom and dad, I guess, are like the owners of this really great Amagi Inn, like one of the biggest things in this countryside thing. And you know, as the typical story goes, she would be the one that would eventually own the inn once she becomes older. Yukiko, on the other hand, partially thinks that she actually doesn't want to own the inn at all, and she wants to be free and do something else with her life. But, you know, because this is Japan, you know, she's kind of peer pressured into it anyway. And part of her character is that, like, well, like, she feels like she would have to, and have the choice.
だからって自分家連れてくることないでしょうが。
別に俺んちってわけじゃねえって。
Yosuke over here, by the way. Oh yeah, we don't know yet, but I'll just explain. Yosuke over here, his, I think his dad was the one who... Yeah, he was the manager here. So his entire family came to live here and like work in the shop. So yeah, Yosuke over here also has a job. Actually, now I think about it, I think he's the only character besides us who actually has a job. No, wait. Yukiko automatically has a job. What the fuck am I talking about?
And what about Rise? She also has a job.
You're fucking right. The only one that doesn't have a fucking job is Chise and oh no, Chise. I mean Chi and Kanji. Yeah, they're the only ones without a job.
Because the other character is a police, is a detective.
Yes. And a mascot character that comes in also works at this store later. So, yeah, the only two without a job is Chi and Kanji. Get a job!
No, wait, yes. I'm going to almost like, you know, ask the credentials of the detective. Is she actually earning any money with this work, or is she just... Alright, no, never mind, yes. So this means...
There's another girl that works here, who's, you know, Yosuke-senpai, but Yosuke actually kind of seemed to like her unironically, you know, like, not like in the flirty way like he normally does, but kind of like genuinely likes this person.
Ah, I see, he's a hack chaser.
I can't believe 1 year older and you're automatically a hack. This is the life we lived out. She hasn't even left high school yet, already a hack.
Yes, we've been called boomers at the age of 23.
Listen, I'm 26 and I'm a boomer now. That's how it works. I'm a boomer zoomer.
I'm telling you, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I've been called a boomer.
It's so
high
fucking...
school student, or...
If you think about it, we've gone back, right? There's like, in the ye old days, you know, your life expectancy was like 30 or something, right? So you could actually be considered a boomer by 26 or 23. But, and like now, like later, like nowadays, it's like, I don't know what happened, but now, so at this point, being 25 would make you an old person now.
Yeah, some people are actually debating the life expectancy to be actually kind of falsely calculated.
It could be.
Depending on the year.
This is
because they also seem to be taking into account that, you know, the children, when they're young, they may or may not die, right? You have a 50-50 chance of surviving, basically.
Yeah, never mind that in general, like, there's a lot of war, so you're gonna die in war a lot often, so, like, life expectancy is based on something that is not natural death, you know?
Exactly, it's not skewed. It's skewed.
Yeah, that is fair. That is true. Well, you know what to say, and it's old enough to fight, old enough to be a hack.
Well, you know, that doesn't count for women. Women don't fight.
They fight you in the bedroom, what?
Indeed. That's the only fighting they do.
My fucking god. Oh, right. Yeah, that's another thing with the character that Yosuke like. She actually is the daughter of a liquor store owner, but as you know, these stores are closing down because of this supermarket which she chooses to work in. So there's a bit of drama with that as well for her. Because people around her home are basically calling her a traitor to the market because, you know, she works at the supermarket instead.
You know, she could have sold it differently. Look, if I can get him into the bed, then I can inherit the store.
I don't know if she wants him in her bed though. That's where the fight starts.
信じるわけねえだろが。
だったらさ、ちょうど
Yeah,
今
it's
度
kind
雨
of
だし、
funny when you
み
think
んなで
about
やっ
it.
てみようよ。
How in here, I guess it makes somewhat sense because it's a small town, so a smaller population, right?
Yes.
So of course the liquor store does have hard competition with the market.
Yes.
Supermarket. But I'm like thinking about it. But you know, we do have a liquor store for in the cities too,
そういうの
and
私
and Albertine and every supermarket is still selling liquor
Yeah,
at the
but
same
to
time.
explain that, Willy, like in this game specifically, right? This supermarket came in recently and has become a super popular thing to the point where most of the population, especially the teenagers, move over there at all times. Not just because they want to buy things there, but because they like the atmosphere there as well.
Right.
Because it's hip and trendy. Which is why a lot of stores are kind of closing down because they're not getting the customer base anymore as much.
電話するってい
Yeah.
つも言ってるのに。
Which is why it's got very competitive. Also, there was something the characters were talking about that we glossed over. But we were talking about this rumored midnight channel that apparently only happens at 12 PM when it's raining. And it will show you like an image of the person that will become your lover or something like that. That's the rumor going around.
Is that where that one scene comes in where he sees Risa on TV?
Well, one day. One day. But what if I told you that Nanako also appears on TV at one point?
I am very curious what for imagery we're getting, but I feel like it's gonna be the supermarket jingle.
Oh no, not the supermarket dungeon! We're going to Home Depot!
For the rest of the time, I'm gonna hear Donkey Kong's theme the entire time.
Get coconut
Which
malls.
is criminally catchy too.
All of Donkey Kong music is very catchy. Get coconut malt anyway.
I mean, I'm talking about Yakuza, the actual store in Japan, Donkey.
Oh, Donkey Quixote.
Yeah.
Don Quixote. Anyway, this was a certain student that found the body of the. Dojima's a little bit fucking stressed from work. And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I wonder who this person could be. You feel like you've seen her before. Ah, gee, I wonder who this person is. They should really start censoring the hair of people, because that's usually the first thing people recognize of other people's the hair. Then again, in Japan, how many people have the same haircut? And color?
Oh.
That's racist.
To be fair, it's also very difficult to distinguish the faces, so why censor it all?
Shut the fuck up. That's why they only censor the eyes with the black bar, like no one will ever notice.
Well, they do that even here, right?
True.
Back in the old days.
No, it's like the dumbest censorship, like everyone fucking knows. It's so obvious. The black bar doesn't do shit.
Yet they still do it over the day.
いたずら電話なら殺到してるがな。そもそも死因は不明のまま。
Dojima's only watching this news to vent his frustration.
事件か事故かもわからないなんて。
I do fucking hate this part of like most Japanese games and shows where it's like there's this criminal that's out there that like is just nowhere to be found, and somehow this is the police's fault, as if they can magically conjure up a way to find the criminal. There are taxpayers' money's going to this. What are the police doing? They're fucking bad. What the fuck do you think? Do you think they can just magically find, like, sense the fucking criminal? Fucking idiot, I swear to God. Look at Dojima here. He can't even, like, fucking get his daughter to the supermarket because of his working. And you're saying that he doesn't deserve the taxpayer's money? Go fuck yourself.
Man, I wish we could hold that same standard to the government.
I know, right? Actually, this is fun. I think the funny part is that like journalist says that, but they're probably also getting paid by taxpayers' money too.
Now my mind is skewed when I start looking at the lamp's design and I think of a skirt.
What?
No, look at the lamp. Doesn't that look like a skirt from one of these school uniforms?
The lamp. You know what? When you put it like that, yeah, you're fucking right. It does look like that. It looks exactly like that. You're fucking right. Holy shit. Alright, it's time to watch some TV.
Hopefully, some more TV.
Almost midnight. Your soulmate appears if you look into the TV at the right night. Could these stories be true? Nah, no way.
You know, it would be so exciting. You see Nano on the TV and she is actually singing the June's theme.
He turns on the TV and it's the cougar from Yakuza. I think my favorite part of this cutscene is like the main character going like, yeah, it was just a silly story after all, and then the TV turns on. It's like I've seen this.
Isn't that the girl that was on the TV too?
Was it? No way. I just love how atmospheric this like animated scene is though, with the rain and everything. There's a lot of anime that don't really have this like kind of atmosphere anymore, I feel. But maybe I'm just watching the wrong shows, to be fair.
Maybe if you ended up watching some of the more mystery animes or detective animes.
Yeah, maybe I should watch some. I was thinking of watching Monster at some point, because you will seem to like it quite a lot.
But you know, that's kind of cheating because you do go to old anime. Right?
It's true. Like I don't know what new anime I would watch that I would enjoy that as like atmosphere though. To be fair.
I remember some talks about the revenge.
Also, I almost fucking
days.
got into the TV, but it's too small, so I fucking fell over, hit my head.
You know, you almost break a skull just escaping the TV.
And as you silly guy, I'm an anime character. My skull is fucking thick because I'm dumb and dense.
That would apply to many,
except
for the Persona 4 main character.
If a woman flashes her tits and says "I love you," I'll think, what the fuck does she mean by this?
I feel like a lot of men have been conditioned today to think like that.
You know what? That is fair. Like, you know, people don't understand this, right? But nowadays men are gonna be more dense because you know you don't know. Like, you might think, oh, this girl might be into me, and then suddenly you're in jail for sexual harassment without knowing.
Either that, or you end up actually being pranked, or you end up like many bullshit happening to you.
When you said pranked, I almost said like I thought you were about to say you're about to get impregnated. Yeah. Kind of awkward not to only bring this up now, but we're pretty close here. I'm just gonna go ahead and run the rest of the way.
Then let's race.
I think my favorite part about Persona 4 Golden animation compared to original Persona 4 animation is that they pick all the joke dialogue. Like, every one of the joke dialogues get picked.
So that should be the superior anime to watch.
It should. It's, from what I understand, it basically feels like watching the anime in New Game Plus.
Right.
I love to use my... Also, you know, I just love how older Persona games have these fucking bizarre-ass teachers, like this woman with the fucking, like... What do you call that? Like, the Egyptian, like, accessories.
Yeah, I would say crown almost with that one thing. The wand.
I mean, it acts like a crown, I suppose. Fuck off, fly. Also, like, I fucked up my name because I was about to, like, I was meant to call him for fuck's sake, but I switched the fucking name order around because it's confusing. But yeah, like, our character's name is for fuck's sake. The joke would be that, like, they would keep saying, for fuck's sake.
No, but your name is sake for fuck.
Yeah, now it's sake for fuck. No, this is sake for fuck. Yeah, he's just talking about, like, calendars and shit. I don't need to like get everything right because I already got all my knowledge points, so it's all fine.
Right.
But of course, this is gonna be another good source of getting your knowledge up, as it usually is. Well, you don't know about bodies getting hung upside down. That's my favorite part. Sucky? Wait a minute. What's up, Yosuke?
大したことじゃないんだけど、実は俺、昨日テレビで。やっぱ今度でいいや。
花村、噂聞いた？事件の第一発見者って小西先輩らしいって。
Yeah, so the person that we met, like that, Yosuke seems to like at the back of the supermarket, was the one who found the body and got interviewed, obviously. Yukiko, on the other hand, is too busy at the inn. It's gotten crazy there because that's where it started, because the reporter stayed at her inn. So like a lot of people are going to the inn like, hey, yeah, the reporter that got murdered stayed at your inn. Do you know something? Bit annoying. It's like if I invited Ennis over and then Ennis like the next day would die somewhere else and then someone comes to my house like, what did you do? You killed Ennis. He was in your house for like 5 minutes.
Well, you see, that's exactly how things go, though.
It does work like that, I guess. Well, I guess they would expect you to go like, yeah, so Ennis actually just broke my anime figurine when he was here, so I plotted an assassination for the next day. How did you know, officer? I didn't, but thank you for telling me, I guess. Fuck.
That was a great Shido figurine too.
Like, the officer literally was only there to ask if I had, like, pen and paper, and then I just tell him all of that. That's right. It was me. I was the murderer. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Oh.
Just imagine if you were actually that murderer too, right? Heading people onto antennas and everything. And then you just go to some random Wendy's and that's where you slip up.
You go to some random Wendy's and then they look at the antenna poles like, ah, that's a nice place to hang a body. What? What? Oh, fuck. You go up to a Wendy's and you say, hey, how it's hanging. Fuck.
Too soon! I saw a black hole there.
Man, I can't believe the Wokies ruined this game. They traveled back in time to censor it. I can't believe it. I will always say though, I do find the black holes kind of dumb.
The only time it made sense is Rosalina.
She just has an entire dimensional fog gate over her vagina so no one can ever get it. If you try to touch the vagina, it just gets sucked into another dimension.
Whenever you fight in Smash and she does like one of her aerial attacks, she just summons black hole, galaxies and black holes out of it.
So, we talked about how we could go through the TV, and these two are like, yeah, right. You can't fucking just go through a TV, that's stupid. Must have been a dream.
But you did.
Fucking Yosuke is going full fucking salesman mode here.
Now he deserves every car crash he can get.
Don't say that, he's going to get more!
He already was. The sale was faded.
You're not wrong, but oh man. I also really wish there was a cameo of Yosuke somewhere in future Persona again very late who just gets into a car crash every so often. Wonder if I can... Oh!
刺さってない。
あれ、最新型？
Yes, the new models let you go inside the TV, Chi, sure.
ねえよ。
Finally, Shangri-La Frontier.
Yes, finally. Ah man, I was so excited for the game. Then I see it's a mobile game, like...
You know, he goes into the TV and then he ends up in a gacha game.
He goes into the TV thinking it's gonna be the best epic single player experience ever. It's just a fucking 2D PNG slideshow gacha game. Oh fuck man, I've been catfished.
Now, I think it's horrible what's happening right now. The horse gambling gacha game is right now the new hit with the internet.
Yeah, it's taking over.
And you know, it's great, right? No, it's not great because it's a gacha game. Damn it!
And you know what's even funnier is that you have a bunch of people going like, I can't wait for the KKK to get into this game, said by someone who literally discovered this game 2 days ago. And he pretended that he like was a big fan of the games all along. Like, oh, get the fuck out of here. This is the problem with games coming over to English.
I think the only person that is the biggest fan of this game would have been Vosh.
No, and it's because now they're cute anime girls.
Yeah, right. He likes cocks, not pussies. I forgot.
Fucking idiot.
These two are peas in a pot.
These two are fucking stupid. Honestly, I think my favorite part of Persona 5 is that the characters all are just fucking dumb at some point. Whee! You know, I love the sound effects of their fucking backs breaking, but they're just fine otherwise. That's a good question. Welcome to the fog dimension. Are you guys okay? Your understanding has increased. Your butt is always cracked, what do you mean? We're in the fucking studio. It's one of my favorite aspects of the game as well, that every battlefield is a studio. You know, let's go on great adventures. I'm pretty sure there's something funny here somewhere. You know, if this were an indie game made for YouTubers, there would be like a horror monster somewhere and you'd have to run away from it screaming. You know, there's this new game called Peak. It's literally Peak. I don't know if you know about it.
No, I don't.
It's the latest YouTube game.
It's not Peak.
It is like, okay, so it's about basically you're going to like, it's a survival game where you have to climb on the top of a bunch of mountains. And it does seem pretty fun, but at the same time I think, yeah, but it's like another YouTube game. You know what it is.
Did we have? Yeah, you're right. Did we have already the game where this guy was already climbing up the mountain with the content?
Yeah, but this is a multiplayer 3D game with survival, a lot more survival elements, so it's a bit more interesting.
It is interesting, indeed.
Also,
it sounds a lot more fun.
And it's a lot more cooperative too. Like you can like hold hands and shit. Like you can like.
Oh, that's loot. What the hell?
No, I mean like pull someone up. I was about to say pull someone off. It's like it was completely different.
It's even looter. Good lord.
What do you mean? There's nothing looter than hand holding. You know, Anna's handed holded his 2-hour younger girlfriend and got in jail for it.
You know, I basically raped the woman.
Yeah. No, you raped. No, it's even worse. You raped someone that's underage. She was 2 hours younger than you. She was under the hour of consent.
Was she under my age by any chance instead?
No. You know, you were both 26, but she was just 2 hours younger than you.
Yeah, she's underage. Right?
So you're a predator. That's how it works. That's how it works. I didn't make the rules.
Also, alright, you know, I have to ask that.
What?
Because of that whole tweet. I'm imagining it's parody, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a joke. That one was a joke.
It had to be because I was wondering, like, would the comments be actually serious about this too?
No, there's some people also joking with it as well. I think my favorite one is like, "Are you okay? Are you alright?" But no, I'm in the hospital. So we entered some random room, and as you can see, the room is a bit strange. I mean, it's a little bit weird. Now, if you recognize the clothing, it was similar clothing to what that woman was wearing in the news report. You know, the other woman.
Do it in the closet.
Could you at least not do it around the corner, outside of the room? Can you just not do it in the hallway? Good thing there's already. I mean, there's already piss on the wall, so you know it's not that bad.
Just be careful that while you're pissing, you don't land on the noose.
Man, I can't believe this room belonged to one of the 47%. Nah, I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong here.
この椅子とロープ、あからさまにまずい配置だよな。輪っかまであるし、これスカーフか？
ねえ、戻ろう。さっきんとこ戻ってもう一回出口探した方がいいよ。
What's wrong with this room? I don't see a problem. At least there's no butter spread around the floor. So, Annis, have I told you about the butter incident?
No.
I mean, I think I told you about like the Quoba butter being like leaking and like around the like.
Yeah, that was.
So yeah, so you know, remember when I said that I just like tried to get it on the floor so I could then swipe it?
Yeah.
That was a big mistake.
It hardened.
No. So the water kind of spread the butter around, and basically my floor became super fat and slippery. Even after washing it 3 times or 4 times, it was still fat. So here's a tip: never use warm, super hot water for cleaning floors, and never. And when you clean up butter on the floor, use dishwashing stuff. Also, there's a fucking teddy bear here. Don't worry about him.
Have you tried at this point using paper napkins to see if you can get the grease off?
It's all. My dad already came over and like did the final bit.
Right.
Anyway, this is Kuma. What is a Kuma? Kuma is a Kuma. Kuma.
Now I think we should probably leave before the mama bear, the mama bear comes out.
No, he's don't worry. He's just you know, he doesn't have a mama. He's just a Kuma. Imagine if they literally translated and like at the end of every sentence he would just say bear.
You know, it would be consistent.
It would be funny. So apparently someone has been throwing people inside the TV. You're scaring the bear. Stop that.
要はここから出てけってんだろ。俺らだってそうしたいんだよ。けど出方がわかんねえっつってんの。オッケー。だからクマが外に出すっつってんの。だからわかんねえな。出口の場所がわかんねえっつって。ってえ
So he summons a few TVs and then we can just get back. This ability never gets explained, by the way, just so you know. He can just do that.
No, 押すなって。
Good thing no one saw that. That would be weird.
戻ってきたのか
Nah, we haven't come back at all. We're still stuck in hell.
ただいまより1階お惣菜売り場にて恒例のタイムサービスを行います。
No, my controller's been disconnected.
おかずにもう一品。ジュネスの朝取り山菜セットはいかがでしょうか。ヤングもシニアもお見逃しのないようお得なタイムサービスを。
My controller! Someone
No, not
stop!
the controller. Why?
時間かよ
I know it's the controller stuff.
長くいたんだ。
そうか思い出したあのポスターほら見ろよ向こうで見たのあのポスターだろ
何よいきなり。
Hey, look, that poster is the same thing in that weird room that got caught up so many times. Wonder what that means. What do you think it means, Ennis? Ennisu, are you there?
No, what it means. Must be a really big fan.
You're right.
But you know what, we should probably do our best and protect her from a creep coming after her and just asking for her head sign. We've seen all what
I
happens
think
to
I
all
have
the
to protect her
items, you know?
from you instead. So, you know, you creepy guy that goes after women that are 2 hours younger than you.
But it's fine, Jess. She's probably over my age.
Okay, Ennis, but have you considered that only men can be predators? God. Except for female teachers.
I feel like that part hasn't been accepted yet, Jess.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's actually very confusing in that regard. It's very inconsistent in that regard, actually.
Oh no, Jess. But what I mean by that is because whenever we see all the articles and everything around surrounding it, it's like the female teachers still get favorability.
Yeah, but not in video games.
Yeah, not in video games.
Actually,
right.
that's fucking. It's fucking crazy when you think about it. Like in the fucking male fantasy video game, that's weird. But in real life, oh, that's hot.
Nice.
I fucking hate people sometimes.
You see, it's because again, it's a male fantasy that we actually get a loving hag. Then it's all right, you know. Then no, it's not all right. It's terrible. How could she be grooming you, or vice versa?
Bitch, I'm grooming her. I'm the groomer.
Yeah, but suddenly, you know, power imbalance goes to the. That's the funny thing, right? Then suddenly power imbalance isn't an issue.
Power imbalance is only an issue if I don't like if I don't like the power imbalance. I don't understand. I don't know.
I often think that power imbalance almost is like a term made by jealous women, lonely women.
Hey, power imbalance can be a thing, but sometimes it's like, motherfucker, you can if you can just leave, you can just leave, you know? Fuck me.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
it's like, what's power imbalance anyway? You know what the fuck thing what that person is doing is illegal. Just call the police.
Exactly.
I'll show you some power imbalance, motherfucker. You're male. Fuck, I lost the power imbalance.
look, Jess. If you're showing some power imbalance to a woman and you are the superior one in this exchange, she'll like you more.
That's why women don't really like men anymore, because they can always know that if you falsely accuse them, you get away with it.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, because in that way we lost our power.
Yeah, we lost the power. Like, you know, people often call women the weaker sex, but like they think the physical stat is the most important stat in the current meta, but it's really the social stat. It's the most important stat.
You see,
the current meta anyway.
It's only because we allowed for such a thing to be created.
Yeah, but to be fair, right? Even our strength stat was all for the social stat.
Yeah, it is. But then again, just who's going to open those jars?
The jar opener that I created with my intelligence stat. You fucking idiot. Everyone forgets the intelligence stat. You know, the intelligence stat would be broken, but the arrogance stat goes pretty high with the intelligence stat, so that's the only thing really keeping them back.
You know, don't get me wrong, intelligence can still be a form of power. You know, that part of your power level could still be there.
Can't believe this fucked today. It's one of my favorite things is that sometimes you can open the fridge and there's some like bizarre food in the fridge and you can just eat it to get guts up. Or like, yeah, to get your guts up, but then you fucking die.
Why did you let Nanako cook?
Nanako doesn't cook. Like, it's just the leftovers on the fridge or something, or just whatever left in the fridge. You're the one doing the cooking most of the time. The main character is the one that cooks.
Does the cooking also improve if your social status goes up?
No. You just have to know what they're doing. You have to pick the right options. Anyway, look at that. Someone's hanging off the pole.
Oh, nice.
Makes for a nice decoration.
Why can I not see the Pinty?
I couldn't see anything. Thought this game was based. Just so you know, right, we're 1 hour and a half in and we haven't even seen our first like social link or persona or anything, just so you know.
There is no gameplay.
My god, we're playing Final Fantasy 14 Ennis, I hope you're ready. I think Ennis died a little inside the moment I mentioned the game.
Yeah, you know, I forget that part. Let me remove from my favorites.
Whenever I mention Final Fantasy 14, Ennis gets Vietnam flashbacks. Yeah, over here, people gossiping about something.
She still has to take it off.
Why can't you fuckers take anything seriously for 5 minutes?
Look, we even have a grand wizard in our school. It's the principal.
I sometimes forget the principal exists as a character. Like he's barely. I actually think this is one of the only times he's actually in the game. So yeah, the girl that Yosuke likes is the one that died. She got murdered.
Shouldn't have portrayed the business, you know.
Yeah, the liquor, the alcohol, liquor store, you know, that definitely killed her.
Quickly blame the parents. Case solved.
You know, quickly blame the parents, blame the police, because obviously how could they not have prevented the murder from beforehand, right? We're paying the tax money, right? And our tax money should automatically make them magically powerful enough to know what everyone is doing at all times. Well, must I add to the fact that the journalists are the ones that, like, you know, interviewed her and didn't really cover her face that well? I'm just saying. Like, they didn't, like, the school, they like, anyone could, like, figure out who it was based on the school uniform alone. Like, they just have to go, like, okay, what are all the fucking, like, female students in the school? Who are all of them? You can tell she is the main character because she has a green vest on.
She has an original outfit. I see you having the skirt a bit too high. I see what you are, Gairu.
So, but here's the thing, it doesn't seem to be a soulmate that we see in the Midnight Channel TV, because everyone saw Saki in the Midnight Channel TV beforehand. Someone...
Yes, what are the chances that there's a Discord message on the video?
But there's a Discord message on the video.
You know, where instead of it being from your own Discord, it came from the thing, from the video itself.
Fuck me. Can I turn on streamer mode or like turn it off? for now.
You can turn it off. But it is somebody messaging you.
Why can I turn that off? I'm a bit busy. Man, I don't fucking know. Back to a streamer mode.
Fun was its own option.
Streamer mode is on. Is this the one that I can turn on?
There's a search bar.
I don't know what else I don't know what to search for.
Streamer mode is.
No, this is streamer mode, so I'm here. It's just that everything is
But
already on, so except for this. This one was the only thing that was not on. Otherwise, it should be overlay, I think. I don't really know. I'm a bit of a boomer when it comes to this. I don't really know what.
But what do you want to turn on streamer?
No, I wanna. I don't want the messages to show up on the fucking video.
Oh, that. No, they didn't. They never appear on the video. It's just I was thinking of the Discord notification appearing on the video. Happening on the video.
But do they appear in the stream though?
No, they don't.
Okay, well, if they don't, then they don't. If you're sure, anyway. Because, you know, like, if someone's asking personal questions, then it's a bit of a problem. Alright, we can continue then.
覚えてるか山のアナが運命の相手だとか騒いでたやついたよな
So, beforehand, people that watched the Midnight Channel noticed that, like, talked about Yamano, you know, the reporter, getting shown up in the Midnight Channel too before she died. So we're thinking, hey, if someone appears on the Midnight Channel, they die. Strange.
そこまでは言い切らないけどさただ偶然にしちゃなんていうか引っかかるっていうかそれと向こうで会ったクマが言ってたろ危ないとか霧が晴れる前に帰れとか
And of course, we already kind of know that the fog is an important aspect, considering the game starts with, like, you know, the fog is coming. The fog is coming.
あの部屋事件となんか関係ある感じだったろこれってなんかこうつながってないかもしかしたら先輩や山のアナが死んだのってあの世界と関係あるんじゃないのかなあ俺の
What do you think, Ennis?
どう思う
That's preposterous.
I think he's full of it.
もそう思うかもしつながりあるなら先輩と山のアナもあの世界に入ったってことかもしれないあっちで何かあったってんならあのポスターの部屋があった説明もつくもしそうなら先輩に関係する場所だって探せばあるかもしれない
花村あんたまさか
ああ俺もう一度行こうと思う確かめたいんだ
よしなよ事件のことは警察に
I'm pretty certain the police will totally enter the TV world instead.
警察とか当てにしてていいのかよ山のアナの事件だって進展なさそうじゃんか
And to be honest,
テレビに入れるなんて話まともに取り合う
this is the most reasonable reason why they haven't made any progress.
Yeah, it's like, why
You would tell them, just jump into the TV at midnight and they'll be like, are you retarded?
Are you retarded? Are you stupid? Yeah.
Kid, go home, you're smoking.
The funny thing is, right, like, we could actually just help anyone into the TV world if we just kind of, like, grab someone and just jump inside the TV.
準備してジュネスで待ってっからさ
Yosuke had asked you to take him into the TV world again. I can.
わかんなくもないけど
Yeah?
A long think right there.
A long think. Jesse? Is he? Hello?
あんなとこまた入ったら無事に出られる保証ないじゃん。
I'm sure we'll be fine. We're the main
As long
character.
as we meet Kuma, we'll be fine.
Yeah, just give him some honey. I heard bears like honey.
とりあえずジュネスに行こう。花村ほっとけないよ。
Would you like to save your progress? No, absolutely not. That's terrible.
I would love to rewatch all these cutscenes.
I love Final Fantasy XIV. It's my favorite game. Can't wait to play it again with Ennis later. When we finish Endwalker.
バタを止めに来たの。ねえ、マジやめなって危ないよ。
ああ、けど一度は帰ってきたろ。あの時と同じ場所から入ればまたあのクマに会えるかもしれない。
そんなの何も保証ないじゃんよ。
他の奴らみたいに他人事って顔で盛り上がってらんない。
そうだけど。
お前はどうする？このままほっとけるのか？そうだよな。うん、よかった。お前がそういうやつでよかったよ。心配すんなって、ちゃんと考えはあるんだ。里中はこれ頼む。
え？何それ？ロープ？
俺らこれ巻いたまま中入るから、お前端っこ持ってここで待っててくれ。
何それ？命綱ってこと？ちょっと待ってよ。
お前にはこれ渡しとく。
Wow, it's a golf club.
ないよりいいかなと思ってさ。
Can finally become a boomer zoomer.
じゃあ行こうぜ。ぐずぐずしててもしょうがないからな。里中、ロープ離すなよ。
ちょっと待ってってば。
It will be fine.
This looks so weird. Just imagine people from outside.
That made the funniest popping noise ever.
やっぱ無理じゃん。
Who cut the lifeline?
どうしよう。
It was me, Dio!
Just jump in. Do it, you coward.
Nah. Oh, not my problem.
ここは見ろよ。
Hey, you know what? It looks stylish on you.
ちゃんと場所と場所でつながってんだ。
君たち、なんでまた来たクマ。わかった。
I really like the effect of the scan lines, even though we went into a flat screen HD TV.
こないだの。てか今なんつった？
最近誰かがこの中に人を放り込んでる気配がするクマ。そのせいでこっちの世界はどんどんおかしくなってきてるクマ。君たちはここに来れる。他人に無理やり入れられた感じじゃないクマ。よって一番怪しいのは君たちクマ。君たちこそここへ人を入れてるやつに違いないクマ。
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
なんだそりゃ。人を入れる？こんなとこ放り込まれたら出れずに死んじまうかもしれねえだろ。そんな危ねえことするわけ。っておい。なあ、今思ったんだけど、誰かがここに人を入れてるって話。まさか先輩や山野アナのことか。その誰かってのが二人をここに放り込んだってことか。なあ、お前どう思う？
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, no. I accidentally fell in. Like, no. I'm just gonna sit on this TV for a bit. Wow! Imagine just wanting to sit on a TV and then dying. And have you ever tried just going to a TV?
No, thankfully.
I mean, you can just do it again, can't you?
うるせえ、関係ねえだろ。お前の力なんて借りなくてもな。見ろ、今日はちゃんと命綱を。てめえ、調べが済んだらこっから俺たちを出してもらうからな。
モッキー、調べたいのはこっちクマよ。クマずっとここに住んでるけど、こんな騒がしいこと今までなかったクマ。証拠あるクマか？放り込んでるの君らじゃ
I
ない。
mean, do you have proof that I throw people in? Doesn't work that way.
ほら、やっぱり君らクマ。
違うって言ってんだろ。てかお前に証明してやる義理はねえっての。それよりこっちの質問に答えてもらうぞ。偶然来たこの前と違って今日はマジなんだ。いいか、俺らの世界じゃ人が死んでんだよ。霧が出るたびに死体が上がってる。知ってること話せ。絶対ここと何か関係があるはずだ。
霧が出るたびに死体？そっちで霧が出る日はこっちだと霧が晴れるクマよ。霧が晴れるとシャドウが暴れるからすごく危ないクマ。
So, essentially, when the fog is here, there's no fog on our side. But when there's fog on our side, there's no fog here. And when there's no fog here, the shadows get very aggressive and will kill anyone. Now, we know what shadows are because we played other Persona games, but you know, these characters are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Ah, shadows, my favorite type of Pokemon.
I love Shadow the Hedgehog.
いい加減切れそうだぜ。なんで人の話聞かねえんだてめえは。
犯人かもって言ってるだけクマよ。ただ確認してるだけ。
はあ？強気か弱気かどっちなんだよ。
Honestly, it's quite unbearable.
テレビのスタジオみたいな。
Ah, yeah, okay, I should kill myself.
Should probably be aware of your jokes, Jess.
もしかしてあのおかしな番組。
おかしな番組？撮影？何のことクマ？
何って、だから放り込まれた人間を誰かがここで撮ってるのかって聞いてんだ。
わかんないこと言うクマね。ここはもともとこういう世界クマ。誰かが何かを撮るとかそんなのないクマよ。
What is going on?
ここにはクマとシャドウしかいないクマ。
あのな、こっちはお前もシャドウだかもどっちも何者かわかんねえんだよ。っていうか俺らに証拠だなんだ言う前にお前がそもそも一番怪しいじゃねえか。お前こそ実は犯人なんじゃねえのか。
My god, the plot twists keep coming. But I didn't know that Ennis is the actual culprit here. He killed all those people.
I think I found a bigger plot twist.
Man. I think my favorite part is that the zipper doesn't mean anything for some reason. It's not a zipper, it's a magnet. Except when the animation shows it's a zipper. Shut the fuck up.
Fair enough.
Hey, you know, I guess we should just take this deal. I mean, we both get what we want, basically.
何急に泣いてんだよ。ああ、もうほんと調子狂うぜ。
Did we just start walking somewhere? The culprit isn't you. It isn't? Oh fuck, thank god, thanks for the game telling me. I would have never known.
It's almost like I'm reading green text.
You remember the words of the mysterious eagle. Oh my god, this was the murder mystery that's imposed upon me. You know, he says imposed upon me as if I just didn't choose to jump inside a TV. I really thought like, oh man, you know what, I'm just gonna keep jumping inside TVs for the rest of my life.
君たちしかいないクマ。約束。
I promise.
よかったクマ。
くそ、出さないとかって足元見やがって。けどいろいろ知りたくて来たのは間違いない。今んとこ何もわかんねえしな。俺たちで犯人を探せか望むところだ。その約束乗ってやるよ。俺は花村陽介。一応名乗っとくぞ。
It's a sake for fuck, my favorite character.
お前名前は何てんだ？
クマ。
まんまだな。
They couldn't just call him Bear in English, they had to just say Teddy, you know. So yeah, Teddy is the English dub name, but you know, he literally is just called Bear. Like, Kuma is Kuma desu. Kuma wa Kuma desu. Hi.
Teddy bear.
もしかして小西先輩のことか？
この前ここで消えた人間クマ。何か手がかりがあるかもしれないからそっちに案内してみるクマ。あとそうだ、案内の前に。
And now we get some glasses.
Oh yeah, it's time for some style.
このメガネ。
Oh fuck! We can see now. So yeah, now we got some glasses that we can use to see through the fog.
この間と視界が全然違う。かけてると濃い霧がまるでないみたいだ。
霧の中を進むのにきっと役立つクマ。まあ、クマはここに長いこといるから頼りにしてくれクマ。でもクマにできるのは案内だけだから自分の身は自分で守ってほしいクマ。
頼りにならねえじゃんか。わけわかんないの相手にできないからな。
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of monsters.
雰囲気出しみてえなとこあんだろう。来たばっかの俺らより危ないならお前がなんとかしろよ。
無理、筋肉ないもん。クマは少し離れたところから君たちに状況を伝えるクマよ。わかったクマ？
Yay!
Sounds great.
やめれ。
マジか。こいつしょぼすぎるぞ。
Yeah, I don't think this guy's protecting us.
探すなんて約束しちまったのか。
そうだ、案内ついでに聞いておくクマ。さっき言ってた小西先輩って君たちの何クマ？
なんでもいいだろう。とにかく先輩がここに入れられた可能性があるってことだけは分かった。もっと何か分かるかもしれない。早く行こうぜ。
待ってよ。
I should have come with a different name. I'm so annoyed by that now. It's gonna annoy me for the rest of this playthrough.
なんだよここ。街の商店街に。
Maybe you can just use a save file editor.
どうなってんだ。
Change it.
最近おかしな場所が出現しだしたクマよ。いろいろ騒がしくなって困ってるクマ。
ところでお前、なんでそんなに離れたとこにいんだよ。いざとなったら逃げる気じゃないだろうな。
そんなことないクマよ。いや、あんまり近くにいたら君たちの活躍の邪魔になるから。
しかし、どの辺まで続いてんだよ。
Yeah, I do kind of like how the whole like red and black effect that you see in Persona 5 all the time is kind of started here as well. Can't believe we're momentous again.
相変わらずよくわかんねえな。けど
You know, it's kind of funny. There's red and black because I do feel that, you know, yellow and white seems to be more of a fitting color theme for this game.
Because yellow and gold is basically the color theme for this game. It's just that this is one weird exception.
Yeah. Thinking about it, now I think about it, the first, no, not the first. Persona 3 had blue.
Yes.
As its color theme.
I highly expect Persona 6 to be green, but maybe I could be wrong. What do you think, Ennis? What color do you think? Purple?
Orange.
Orangey. Oh my god, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Look at how happy he is to summon his demon forth.
I mean, I too would be happy when I know it's the coolest persona I can have. He forgot a dick guard.
You know, his dick is so big that it's a huge, huge weak point. So like he has to have a guard for it and everything. So we got our first actual battle. These are the two first random enemies we fight. You know, they are. I mean, you know, they're just gonna be cannon fodder. They're weak to Zio anyway. That's it. It's mostly gonna be a similar system to Persona 5. I think they changed it a bit from Persona 3 and the PlayStation 2 version as well, I believe. I'm not certain. You know, you hit someone with a weak point, you gotta have another turn. Now, I think what is different is that, you know, if you actually hit someone who's down, they stay down. Unlike in Persona 3, where if you hit someone who's down, they get back up. I believe that's how it worked. I don't remember that for certain though. But on the other hand, if now in Persona 3, if a character had to get up from getting down, they have to waste a turn, which is not the case in this game. Wow, I leveled up. I put so much effort into that.
You level up and then suddenly I see the power level meter going up as if I'm playing a gacha game.
Oh no. You know, I don't know what's worse, you getting brainwashed by a gacha game or Warframe.
Warframe is great, what are you on about?
You told me you don't recommend it.
Yeah, I don't recommend it because I know what for grind it is. And I know you can't do it.
I mean, I can do it, I just don't want to.
See?
Also, like, you know, I do enjoy our slight mecha break gameplay times. It's pretty fun.
Mecha break is fun.
It is a fun game. The funny thing is, originally we were gonna stream that, but you know, it's fucking week long, like, you know, fucking just no online, no internet at all. Well,
see, if I ever had to choose between all the PvP games I played, right?
Yeah.
I would honestly play anything that isn't called what they call League of Legends.
And for our next stream, we'll play League of Legends.
Oh no!
You bastard!
Well, you know, at the very least, I can play with my favorite character.
You know, at least we're not playing Roblox. You should be grateful for that.
Yeah, you know, I don't have to deal with children.
We don't have to deal with children or the groomers.
Indeed. You know, that's the difference. In Roblox, you're dealing with children and groomers.
Gooning groomers.
Grooming
groomers.
Yes.
So, anyway, back to the game. Here we hear the voices of the people that were like, the daughter of the liquor store is like, it's just like the traitor, how dare she? Godsamme, ik moet wel dit vraag beantwoorden helaas.
娘さんがジュネスで働いてるなんてご主人も苦労するわね。
Still be up.
おいクマ、ここはここにいる者にとっての現実だとか言ってたな。それここに迷い込んだ先輩にとっても現実って意味なのか？
クマはこっち側のことしかわからない。
上等だよ。一体何がどうなってるのか俺たちで確かめてやる。
You begin to hear men yelling.
これ先輩の親父さんの声か。お前が近所からどう言われてるか知らないわけじゃないだろう。代々続いたこの店の長女として恥ずかしくないのか。金かそれとも男か。よりによってあんな店でバイトなんかしちゃって。なんだよこれ。バイト楽しそうだったし、俺にはこんなこと一言も。こんなのが本当に先輩の現実だってのかよ。これ何かの写真だよな。あれこれってこれ前にバイト仲間とジュネスで撮った写真じゃんか。
Stop the Discord messaging where PSG my quote.
ずっと言えなかった。
この声先輩。
私ずっと花ちゃんのこと。
Oh my god, is this gonna be a confession? Oh my god.
俺のこと。
I hate your guts. Yeah.
And then it's how did you know? She was only using him as a power move. The power imbalance, and as she was a year older. The power imbalance. Right. The power imbalance goes hard.
Well, no, don't you see the power imbalance? Yosuke had the power, had the advantage here because he was the manager's son. Or, her being a hack didn't mean anything.
My god. I don't know if he does some incredible mental damage to him, though.
Yes. His boys are stupid.
自分の方だっつーの。あれ、陽介が2人。お前誰だ。俺はそんなこと思ってない。よく言うぜ。いつまでそうやって格好つけてる気だよ。商店街もジュネスも全部うぜんだろ。そもそも田舎暮らしがうぜんだよな。何言ってる。違う、俺は。お前は孤立すんのが怖いからうまく取り繕ってヘラヘラしてんだよ。一人は寂しいもんな。みんなに囲まれてたいもんな。小西先輩のためにこの世界を調べに来ただ。お前がここに興味を持った本当の理由は。やめろ。何焦ってんだ。俺には全部お見通しなんだよ。だって俺はお前なんだからな。お前は単にこの場所にワクワクしてたんだ。ど田舎暮らしにはうんざりしてるもんな。何か面白いもんがあんじゃないか。ここへ来たわけなんて要はそれだけだろ。違う、やめろ、やめてくれ。かっこつけやがってよ。
I'm gay for Teddy. Okay, interesting. Thank you for telling us. We really needed to know this information. Also, apparently you're now the biggest fan. I hope you're happy with that. You didn't even have to do anything for it. Welcome to the stream.
Yes, have you noticed the logo on the uniform?
Oh my fucking god! I see it now.
It's literally the Mercedes logo upside down.
Oh no. You just wanted to drive a Mercedes through the neighborhood. Don't fucking lie to me. I am you, I know all you want. It's a Mercedes. Yo, this guy is so much of a Teddy fan, he just came to do the stream to Goon to Teddy. Anyway, we now have the most awesome team of the game. Like, holy shit, the music is good here. So yeah, the shadows, right? You know, besides just being the Venom enemies, they also are, of course, you know, our true selves. The shadows basically represent, like, the deepest, darkest, like, feelings inside the heart, right? That we just do not wish to accept that we have.
Right.
They're like an extreme version of us. And because they are suddenly out in the open there, telling us what we partially do feel, we deny them, and because we deny their existence, they fight back as monsters. One thing I find interesting about it is that I sometimes think about is that, like, they do really represent, like, the deepest, most extreme desires. But they're only like a half of that desire, right? Like, there's a part there where, you know, I'm pretty certain Yosuke also does want to, like, avenge, you know, his senpai. But on the other hand, yes, he also is tired of being in this boring countryside, but he just wants to do something exciting as well. But he doesn't want to accept that part of him.
Specifically right now, when he has to some extent does have like noble intentions going on in his heart, right?
Well, in his mind, yeah.
In his mind.
I guess in a sense, Persona 4 is all about the mind and the heart fighting each other.
But what if the mind and the heart are the same thing anyway?
I mean, most of the time they are. I got to go...
Let's be real here. If, like, you say deep in the heart, but maybe it's a deep in the,
I got to go do Nero
stuff.
stuff. You know, you do that. Do the Nero stuff. I hope you're getting a good time with the Nero stuff. I don't know what that means, but you know, I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. Are we talking about Nero from Devil May Cry 4? I don't know. 5, 4? Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, we are weak to wind, and he can sometimes do wind attacks, so we have to guard sometimes. You know, it's just a tutorial boss, right? But like, it does have a mechanic. Just one mechanic, though. Yosuke, you don't truly mean that. He deleted all of his comments too. Like, he just came here to Goon to Teddy and then just disappeared in the shadows. I think we've met a shadow in the YouTube chat, guys. What the fuck? I like that his, like, little puppet on top of his back is just constantly doing the wave. Oh no, not anymore, it's depressed now. We gave it depression.
Oh, nice! We stole 3,000 yen from his from Yosuke's pockets.
I kept them back! Yosuke says from the back. What the fuck? I will give him back to you if you go 1 week without crashing your bike or motorcycle. Well, you can keep it. You can keep the money. Everyone's the same inside. The strength of heart required to face oneself, it goes about. Yosuke has faced his other self. He has the life heart. You got the persona Jiraiya. Jiraiya. Now I can teach Naruto to summon frogs.
あの時聞こえた先輩の声、あれも先輩が心のどっかで抑え込んでたもんなのかな。ずっとうざいと思ってたか。これ以上ねってくらい盛大に振られたぜ。お前がいてくれて助かったよ。ありがとう。
No, chances are probably how Saki died.
Yeah, he probably died the same way, basically.
なあ、クマ。もしかして先輩は
I would have to hang you up as house decoration.
さっき俺に起きたみたいに。
多分そうだと思うクマ。ここにいるシャドウも元は人間から生まれたものクマ。でも霧が晴れるとみんな暴走する。さっきみたいに意志のある強いシャドウを核に大きくなって宿主を殺してしまうクマ。
それが街で霧が出た日にこっちで人が死ぬ原因なのか。
陽介、だいぶ疲れてるクマね。もともとこっちの世界は人間にはちっとも快適じゃないクマ。
Yeah, and if you stay any longer here, the Grim Reaper will come.
To be honest, the Green Reaper, kind of a bitch in this game, not gonna lie. Like, he shows up and he just run and he's like, okay. Sure. And then the Reaper fucks off too. To be honest, the Reaper is really weird to Persona 4, because I swear to God, your hair has changed so many times and he should be hiding in a chest somewhere, but I have only encountered him like maybe one time, I think, in Persona 4. Really weird.
Yes, it just means that you're very bad luck. In a different way.
Yeah, you know. That is nothing new.
そうなるとシャドウたちはひどく暴れる。クマ怖くていつも隠れてるんだけど、最初の時もその次も人の気配はその時に消えたクマ。
つまりだ、先輩や山のアナはこんなとこに放り込まれて出られずにさまよって、そのうち体からあのシャドウってのが出て、そいつが霧が晴れた時に暴れ出して命を。そういうことなんだな。なら俺もここの霧が晴れるまでいたらずっとヤバい目に遭ってたってことか。
間違いないと思うクマ。それにさっきは先生やクマもそばにいたから。
くそ、先輩たちたった一人でこんな場所に。なのに誰も先輩たちを。
陽介、二人ともここが晴れた日に消えたけど、それまではシャドウに襲われなかったクマ。なのに僕らさっきは襲われたクマ。シャドウたちすごく警戒してた。探索してる僕らを敵とみなしてるのかも。危険だけど、でも僕らなら戦って救えるかもしれないクマ。
俺らならこの先また誰かが放り込まれてもその人を救える。
And that's gonna be the main theme of the game. You know, people get thrown on the TV, we save them from themselves, because it's the shadows, which is the true self, don't you know?
とにかくここに人を入れてる犯人を捕まえてやめさせるしかない。そうか、ようやく少しは状況が分かってきたぜ。
さ、逆にちょっと聞いていい？
No. You only exist to be someone's goon material for some reason. I don't know why. Don't ask me, I don't know.
お前、自分の生まれも知らねえのかよ。そんなこと俺らに分かるわけねえだろ。
この世界のことならいくつか知ってるけど、自分のことは分かんないクマ。
Hey, Anis, remember Morgana?
Yes.
So what if I told you this is gonna be the Morgana of this game?
Could have guessed, yeah.
Yeah. Except he doesn't use wind persona in the future at all, like he uses ice instead.
Ah. Impressed, I thought he had no physical powers.
Well, you know, we'll see some things later.
じゃなきゃここから出さないってお前が言ったんだろ。
そうだったクマ。じゃあ出してあげる前にお願いクマ。これからクマはここで君たちが来るのを待ってるクマよ。だから君たちは
So Teddy says here, like, hey, you need to always use the same TV. Because if you don't, and use a different TV, you might end up somewhere random. You wouldn't know where.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll just fight them in Dynasty Warrior style.
I'll find you in Persona 4 Strikers, because we have, we can't make Persona 6 yet, so we have to make even more games based on Persona 3, 4, and 5. You might think, hey, was there a Persona 1 and 2? Was there ever a Persona 1 and 2? No, that doesn't exist. Stupid. Persona 1 and 2? The fuck are those? Those are Megami Tensei games, not Persona games. What? I had this weird person saying that Persona 3 is not a Persona game, like it's the least Persona game of the games. It's more Megami Tensei than Persona. And I'm sitting here like, huh?
Wow.
How?
Anyway, a perfect moment to pause the videos, I guess, as I go and eat. Oh, it's a perfect moment to end the video as well.
My god. Then in the meantime, we just, we just poke awoke until he comes back. And of course, I need to check the recordings, because what the fuck? Where did I keep the recordings? Anyway, I think it's in this file here, I believe. Should be in, I keep the recordings here. And this is probably the recording. Yeah, this should be it. It should be when I, this is later, okay. No, go back. Because, I really need to see that glitch happening. I need to see if it's in the recording or not. Oh, no, it is. Oh. Like, the ghosting definitely is, right? No, wait. Then it's not the scene. Fucking hell. It should be here. Okay. No, it's the rendering. The rendering did that part. The rendering did the pixelating. Like, the ghosting is definitely visible, I feel. Noticeable to me, but the fucking, that weird pixelation shit, that's nowhere to be found here. Maybe I should up the bitrate then, because holy shit, that's the only thing I can imagine being odd, but that's really weird to begin with. I don't think I really did anything too bizarre. I don't think I chose like a very low bitrate though, that's the weird part. I'm gonna have to up the bitrate again, I suppose. I'll have to know that for next time, but the good thing the recording isn't the recording itself is fine, then I can just like do that, fix it later. I'm going to check details. The bitrate seems relatively normal. It's a bit lower than I set it to though, so that's a bit annoying. I guess I'll just have to up the bitrate a bit. That's all I can think of. I could probably try something else as well. The bitrate here is... Well, the gigabytes are definitely off. Where's the bitrate details? I don't know. Okay, maybe I can indeed up the bit. I can up the bitrate. I'll up the bitrate next time. That's all I can do. So while we wait for Ennis to come back, what I usually do is I boot up Pokewoke. I haven't booted that game up for a long time. I don't know what the fuck I was doing last time I did Pokewoke, so yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I fucking finished Stellar Blade. I fucking got all achievements. Oh, that's great. I love it. It was a good game. It was a good game. Turn on the Chrome. If the Chrome feels like turning on at all. Alright. What was I doing? I finished the Gen 3 one, didn't I? This was the Gen 3 one, yes. What one was I doing? The shiny grass one. Yeah, that was there. That one must have been the one that I was doing. This one. I believe something bullshit happened. I don't remember. I've been here so many times. I don't have a plan at all. I need to level up volume and shit at some point though. I thought I had acrobatics on this fucker. Thinking of a different Pokemon now. That sucks. I love this theme though. Absolutely love this music. I'm better off this. Oh fuck, it's the one where you have to fight the guys. No, and it have. Oh no, oh no, this is the, oh no. If only I knew. If only I knew beforehand. I need to kill that guy over there. I've got nothing. I don't have a dragon type attack either. If only I could screech early. If only my screech was faster. I'm so fucked. Alright, he helps out for superpower. I don't know why. Could have just a fire attack, but it doesn't have a fire attack probably. Oh man, this sucks. This is terrible. Excellent should kill him actually. I highly doubt the flamethrower will kill the Moongus because he has such high defenses. I don't know if that's good or bad that he killed the Valoom. It's bad. The Dark type shows up, we're fucked. Well, guess what? I've got my own Moongus. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming out, did you, fucker? We are fucked. Absolutely screwed. It's not even funny. This one and this one does suck. Like the grass only one is terrible. Only that because I've got so many grass types for shinies. Oh god, it's an ice type. I mean, yeah. At the moment, I can't really take anything. I have to take everything seriously because holy shit. God, this sucks. That did no damage. Ice types. Oh fuck. Yeah, this one is fucked, man. Honestly, this one was fucked the moment I had to do a double fight against trainers. That was the moment the one was just fucking ruined. That's the one guy, it doesn't matter. This one is over. I misclicked there. Yeah, it might have been possible. I really fucking hate this stupid fucking challenge, man. Fucking new game, I guess. I don't know. What does Gen 4 have to offer for me? This is one shiny. It's another shiny. Oh, I mean, I could just can I Palkia this? And maybe if I had more points, more candies. Yeah, we don't have the candies for this one. Make a Darkrai. I used to use any of these guys. I have plenty of legendaries to do the one. I don't really like using legendaries for one, but we might have to. I don't actually know which Pokemon would be better though. I don't even know what the base stats of these Pokemon are. I know Uxie is more defensive, but you know, special attack is really nice. Azelf has more points than Uxie and Esprit though. Let me look at some fucking stats now. Pokemon database. Esprit. You know, just have like pretty good stats. But the low speed, yeah, not certain. Yeah, it would be fine. But let's see, compared to how's Uxie? I mean, the lower HP is obvious, but it's quite surprisingly it's pretty speedy. The special attack nature, its defenses can be pretty good. Why is Azelf 6? Okay, it's a very good special attacker. If we want to go offensive, then yeah, that would make sense, but I don't really know. Also, the nature is not really good for it either. Mesprit does have the better IVs and shit, but fuck. The IVs are pretty nice though. I might have just got Mesprit instead. Which I think Mesprit's supposed to be it seems to be the worst one, but it does have average stats. I could do something with it though. Especially with their special attack nature, their minus defense nature is a bit of a problem though. I can change the nature though. What else does he have? Oh, this might be better actually. You know that I'll do this instead. It's better. Otherwise, the IV spread is also pretty nice, so I'm just gonna yeah. Manage moves. I guess that's all we're gonna get. Alright. It's only a lot of Pokemon in the game available. We can, you know, we can't really use a shiny. How does Eevee evolve into Glaceon and Leafeon in Pokemon? I could use a Leafeon. That sounds like a terrible idea actually. Also, the Eevee isn't even shiny. What the fuck am I smoking? There's no shiny here as far as I know. This is Alright, so yeah, it's gonna have to be the team. But let me first make sure we. I don't think gender matters much here. Nature. I don't really see a nature I like though. Okay, guess we're just gonna have to deal with this. When it comes to the moves are fine. What do we not need the most? We don't need Feint. Yep, that should be fine. How about? We can change a lot. We have different abilities. Aftermath. Aftermath might be better. Nature. What do we have? I never use stunk. Okay, I'm thinking skunk tank. Was it skunk tank or skunk tank? Skunk tank. I assume it's more defensive. Yeah, defensive. More of an attacker, but I'm pretty sure he gets more special attacks, doesn't he? I'm not certain about that one. I can check the move pool. What's the move pool like? Let's get some physical attacks actually. But his poison attacks are special. Does he learn any physical poison? Does he learn poison jab at all? Poison tail? Yeah. Toxic spikes. Gunk shot is pretty good. Sludge bomb. Toxic. Sludge wave. Oof. Oh, poison jab, he does learn it. Okay, you know what? Then we do that. Okay, so defense is a good one. Defense nature. No speed nature, that's terrible. Special attack. No, this is the better nature, I think. We're gonna keep this one for now. We have one more point left, actually. I think Vtuber is the only option here. Everything else would be terrible. What is nature? I don't really remember what Unaware is. I think Unaware is better. I'm actually not certain about that one. I don't really know what Vtuber does either. I don't actually use a lot of the Gen 4 Pokemon when I think about it. You. What do you do? Holy shit, these stats are terrible. Fuck me. Atrocious. I mean, its speed is... Nothing here is good, actually. There's nothing salvageable here at all. But he does seem to be an attacker, a physical attacker. Okay, well, that's I'll get to go on, I suppose. Special attack. Oh no. Special defense. Special defense. Fuck. Yep, this is gonna be it. Apparently. Manage moves. This is it. This is it, guys. This is how we're going to fight. Uses boosted strength and attacks the target. The more user stats are raised, the greater the boost of the power. Does it even work with Unaware though? I don't know. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is gonna be a 10. Yay. I don't really know what to level up first. Special attack? Yeah. Mesprit can also be an excellent physical attacker too, though, to be fair. I have to give rare candies to Mesprit at all times, because, you know, he's not gonna level up anytime soon. Nuggets. That's a fucking bird. I would have liked Mesprit to learn that, but I guess not. Give you more money. I don't really think going for money is useful in the beginning of the game, to be honest. But oh well. What is moves always goes first. Okay, so it's a priority move. Pretty decent one for this point of the game too. But Buizel over here does no damage. But once he evolves with the float, so it becomes pretty scary though. Basically, he scared me every time I run into him. Fuck me. We can catch this guy if we want to. I don't know if I really want to, but you know, Yeah, it's just gonna be what it is, I guess. Alright. I'm just gonna throw a Pokeball and think it will be fine. Wow, would you look at that? What moves? No, I don't want this at all. Holtz can actually work because he could evolve and then we can give him a stone. We could get Glade. Oh, yeah, that would be a good option. I can trace Aftermath. I think we're not trying to kill him then. Oh, we can't use him yet though. Hi, Stinky! I said it when I used a fucking skunk. Oh, you got a fire type. Oh man. If only you knew. Was the crit necessary? Should I switch out? I think he'll switch into the birds. Oh fuck, I guess not. Maybe it's a firebird. It's not. I don't know why I didn't. Normally she would switch. But since Jet Punch goes first anyway, nothing she can do about this. Soak is a completely useless fucking move. Fuck that move. Actually, it's pretty useful for us because we can use electric type moves now. I know, whatever. It's fine. We can get it back at some point if we want it. It might be a very useful move for something like Lantern actually, now I think about it. Like water electric types, holy shit. There can be a use for it. I'll just up my crit rate, I guess. I'm gonna use Spare Candies for now for Mesprit because he's not leveling up normally for now. Oh my god, it's the boss fight. That didn't seem very necessary, but okay. Alright. Well, I mean, the Abra is just fucked. There's nothing he can do. Except for maybe one away. You think Squash could kill him? Guess not. Yeah. Oh man, you have no idea what you've gotten yourself into. Yeah. That's a dark type. Of course, he has a fucking dark type. Should have known. What the fuck is this? I don't know this peak Pokemon very well actually. A dark electric type though. Don't actually have anything to do with that. What does that do? I got very unlucky that time. Oh, this is perfect actually. We might even switch out. You will not? You can up your defense all you want, don't fucking mean anything to me. Honestly, having a bunch of trailers, having a trainer with a bunch of Pokemon actually is a good thing to run into for my XP. Holy shit. Should I? I'm just gonna get the money. I'm a bit worried about sending Breezol out here, but you know, maybe it'll be fine. I picked up some fucking money. Where's my... I gotcha. This is not good for me. Good thing we get a knockout out of it. We practically lost nothing. Do I even want a super lure? No, I'd rather have Pokeballs. Oh, look at Chansey. That will give us a lot of XP. God damn. These are attacks again, this move and flex attacks. Oh. Okay. At this point I'm just gonna catch it. What are the chances? Okay. It wasn't that funny, fair enough. I'll take the Protect over Swift, sure. Increasing speeds. Weasel's gonna be the fast one, so yeah.
And roll out.
Roll out.
There's a prototypes in overnight.
Hi Ennis, welcome back. How are you doing? So by the way, I found out that the recordings were fine. So it's the vendor who did the weird thing with the pixelation. Ah. Man, we finally left the TV world.
I took a gift with us.
Imagine we're trying to get out of the TV, but someone just turns the TV off and then we're stuck and just get bounced back.
ちょっとだけ悪いことしたな。いや、やべえかなこれは。まあしゃあない。明日謝ろう。今日はもうヘトヘト。帰って風呂入って寝るわ。
To be fair, Yosuke, you did survive after she thought you were dead, so really you just get beaten up and left on the street. I feel. I think you know that's how it works anyway. Persona 5 said so.
It's the sensible and good thing.
Are we really at part 4? Holy shit.
Alright, most of the time is spent wearing cutscenes.
Oh, okay.
I guess I edited like more than I needed to, I guess. No, I might have edited. No, yeah, I guess I added a little bit more than I needed to. What? Nah, never heard of that person before.
そうなのか。実は行方がわからなくなったと連絡があってな。うちの連中で探しているんだが、まだ見つからない。仕事が増える一方でな。
Right. That means there's still hope, right?
Well, I mean, you know, if she's only missing, that means that, you know, we can just find her still.
Even though we did get some menacing images before the day started.
The Amagi Inn, it's the inn that Yukiko's family wants.
昇進旅行といったことだったんでしょうか。ああ、天城屋旅館。あそこの温泉はね、お上の高校生の娘さんが働いてるんですが、この春にも後継ぐかって噂がありましてね。そしたら
Why did you need to bring that up? Oh, I see. The first youngest female manager. There we go.
She'll become the first female manager with slightly longer black hair.
Totally undisguisable, indistinguishable from other Japanese people. Nice.
視界が悪くなります。車の運転などの際は十分な注意を。
Yeah, Dennis, be careful when driving.
I'm not in Belgium, so I don't have to worry about it.
God damn it. Just before the announcer was found dead, she was apparently staying at the Amagi Inn, run by Yukiko's family. Well, that is a coincidence. Coinky dog, isn't it?
You know, speaking of cars and that saying you're run by Yukiko's family, I was almost thinking like you got run over by a car.
I can't believe Yukiko got run over by a car. What a mundane way to die instead of just getting inside a TV and getting hanged like in your corpse getting hung over a fucking antenna.
I know, right?
You know, like, you should probably give medicine when you confirm that someone has a cold, not when someone doesn't have a cold.
That's nonsense. The only way to survive getting a cold is by getting vaccinated.
Why do you keep gooning? We're commentating here, you're gooning.
Ah, if you don't want me to goon, then the only sensible thing is to do.
I know the Warframe is about to pop up, I fucking know. I just fucking know. Wait, this is part 4. Fucking hell, what the shit? Go back, go to part 5. Something weird happened?
Wait, what?
No, wait. Hold on a minute.
Wait, what was the beginning of? This was the end of part 4, right? Yeah?
Did something fucking wrong happen? Hold on a fucking minute. Now I have to go look at the fucking editor. What the fuck did I just do?
Wait a second.
Did I skip a part by accident? No fucking way. I had 7 parts, and this is 7 parts. Unless this is not 7 parts. Hold on, can I just check something real quick? This is 30 minutes. No, wait, what the fuck? This is 7 parts. What about part 6 then? What the fuck is happening here? What?
Maybe
Did I skip? No, wait. Where is? But part 3 and part 4 the
why
same
is
part?
part 4 for the sec?
Where is part? I mean, it just started at the same shot, right? They're not the same. Oh, they are the same thing. Fucking hell! Part 4 is the wrong part. I skipped the part.
What about part 2? But the moment where we sit down and talk about food that had happened before, basically.
These two things are the same part, basically. Part 4 is supposed to be a different part. You know what the good thing is though? Like it takes like 6 minutes to render a new part. Fuck. Okay, hold on. I need to figure out what I fucked up though, because it's weird. I have to turn off VLC. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is the part we were watching. I hope it doesn't like lag out because of the parsec. Yeah, and this is the part 5. This is the part we are apparently missing. I don't know what happened, but it's a short part too, so it should render very quickly.
Right.
Yeah, let me just remove this. Fuck. Yeah, save. No, it doesn't exist anymore. Remove this, you fucking idiot. Okay. Hopefully it just renders. It should, like, look, it goes like fucking 200 frames per second. Like, it should take, it says 10 minutes. That's probably because we're streaming, you know. So yeah. So Dennis, what is your favorite food? Because that's the level of conversation we're gonna be having.
It is the most difficult thing to ever say. If you would ask me the ingredients, I would go almost. Bread is probably my favorite.
I see. The #1 bread enjoyer.
Number 2, Talker goes first.
What is?
No, in the meantime, wanna look at this game in between because I found it kind of interesting.
Wild Woods.
It even has couch co-op, but let's look at it for 5 minutes and have something interesting to talk about. Because it seems to be like this nice co-op game where we just do some escorting, resource management type of shenanigans.
Alright.
I found very interesting.
Pull it up on stream.
No, I did find this interesting, but it's still in early access. I'm like, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, I just, we'll just wait. But yeah, okay, if you're interested in that.
But I was all, I find it really nice, really cool.
I think it's pretty neat. Keep the fire burning.
It's an interesting concept at the very least. Oh no, the bandits, not the black people, but.
Dennis, you can't just say things like that.
You're right, they're not black. They are hawks and bunnies. And
don't you know that black people won't show up if you have plasma screen TVs and Jordans?
I thought they would show up precisely for that reason.
Your Jordans are fake. Speaking of black people, the videos, the shorts you show, be like the shorts with like the really big buff black guy. I sometimes think that guy seems actually really fucking chill in real life. Like if you like he's just like yeah, I don't know. It's like there's this aura of like he could be a very chill guy in real life. I don't know why.
You know what's worse? Because it's his face or his whole head shape is also reminding me of my math teacher back in high school. So he has this, which I already found really chill dude, right? Just so you get the idea. My math teacher was not as big and not as muscular. But he had the same type of head shape, which makes this like a sense of safety,
I would find this very funny if it was indeed, if that guy was your math teacher, like this very big buff black guy with like a soldier clothing on and everything. It's like, no, I'm gonna teach you some math.
But I think what my favorite part is not per se the big bad dude, but more about the guy who is always the victim in that video, Albert, who seems to be like the food criminal, basically.
I mean, have you seen his food?
Yeah, you know, fair enough.
If only you combine it with high... I should have fucking, like, upped the bitrate for this video while I'm here anyway. Fuck me, I'm dumb.
Well, he does do collabs with Bayashi, the person who avoids guard recorrects like a plague.
I know. So they decide to fry everything together as well.
Yes. Have you seen their videos when they're together?
I've always seen the reactions of like the two Italians screaming.
I swear, you know, I think I went into the food the food sketch cooking community, and it is hilarious.
It is funny. I think my favorite part is when they go out of the way to go to a whole different country. Just to have to just for the memes.
Yes.
Yeah, they've got some dedication right there.
I know. How about, did you see the Lionfields fighting against the big black dude?
Yes, that was one of my favorite videos too.
Also, I forgot that Bayashi also escaped salmonella, like a boss.
Okay.
There's new rank. Oh, the rank patch is finally here. There's more ranked in Sparking Zero. I can't believe it.
More ranked in Sparking Zero. Nice.
You know what happens? That we're going to reset, like or not completely reset, but like lower the rankings for everyone in Sparking Zero to like, you know, get the like, you know, because the quote unquote the new season is here. Even though someone told me this is not a live service game, but the new season is here. Not a live service game though. Just so, like, I hope you understand that this is not a live service game, but we are in second season though.
Yes, that makes total sense, you know.
Yeah. I hope you understand this, right? Like we are, yeah, okay. You have to understand this. You have to get this. Oh man. But yeah. So, Sparking Zeros have to, I guess that took a while for them to like put ranked back. I wonder how many like silver monkeys and red monkeys are gonna be in the high rank. Now that
or maybe there'll be less of an issue because they're nerfed, you know. So yeah, they'll find the next cheesable character.
What they've done is they like scaled all the characters to normal for like 1v1s. So like 1v1 ranked will most likely maybe not use a bit less of like silver monkey or, you know, like red monkey.
Sorry, you missed me there. Say it again. What did they change with the characters?
1v1 like is scaled to scaled so in a way that they don't really do that much more damage if the DP is higher. Like basically, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta almost has the same stats as like normal base Goku. I guess is the best way to put it. In terms of just wall damage.
In a 1v1.
Yeah, in a 1v1. Also same HP. Same HP as well, so they, you know, no more extra bars of stupidity.
Right. So the one they really did balance the 1v1 out pretty well actually.
On the other hand, they fucking made it worse for DP battles where now the fucking scaling is even wilder. It's like if your DP is way higher, you also do way more damage.
No, that sounds amazing. Great decision.
You know, instead of doing 1500 damage with a combo, you now do 2000. No, wait. Instead of doing 15,000 with an ultimate attack, you now do 20,000. Awesome. I love losing like 2 health bars instead of 1.5 health bar.
Fair and balanced.
Fair and balanced indeed. You know, so
I mean, you know, that top corner video is full of it. I came for the ass and I stayed for the max.
But the ass is nice too.
The ass is nice too. That's for sure.
You know, honestly, the mech boss in Stellar Blade is one of the most beautifully animated mech in any game. I swear to God. I don't know why, but that mech is so well animated. It just looks beautiful. And actually, I think the mech might be better animated than most mechs in fucking Armored Core 6. Not gonna lie. God damn it. It's such a well-made mech. Well animated. Like every little Bart moves, it's fucking fantastic. 96% reading rate, what does that mean? I don't play the horse games, I don't get it. Now this horse isn't performing in this race very well, shooter.
Italian mafia.
I love them off this funny spaghetti people.
Yeah. I did realize that the YouTube feed is also on stream.
Not anymore.
Oh, it was.
You're behind.
My stream is constantly behind. I noticed.
Yeah. Maybe we should have gotten Zig on and have faster internet speeds to like handle the stream.
It's already.
I'm joking. I'm just happy we can finally stream, you know? Like, it's great, you know, to actually just, you know, be able to go live without the internet shutting down every so often. I think that's a pretty neat thing. Yeah, it's a pretty neat thing. You know, I get like 100 upload speed and everything. You know, my upload speed is more stable than my download speed, just so you know. Like, the upload speed...
I think something went wrong there, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it's a bit weird. Like, for some reason, the speed test, like, the absolute peaks of like jitter for download speed can like reach the hundreds and shit. And the upload speed always stays like under 30 with jitter, no matter what. It's like, why? Like, I know download speed is so much faster that it's negligible, but what? But why is it like that? I also think my download speed is gonna go faster and faster over time as well, because that's kind of what happened last time. Like, for some reason the download speed gets lowered like a bit, but then it slowly gets higher for no reason. It's a weird one. We're very close. I think the video finished rendering. So now we have the real part for it, the full for realsies part for this time. Stop playing Slay the Spire, come back here, you fucker! At least he's not playing Warframe. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I don't know, Steam says otherwise. Near the food plane in Dunes. Yukiko, you didn't go missing. My god. It's a good thing you didn't go missing. Can you imagine going missing?
That would be horrible. So this is the cutscene that plays right after you get out of the TV and...
Yeah. Yeah, this is what's normally supposed to happen. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. I don't know what I did, but you know, it is what it is. I suppose I could have checked if all the videos were normal beforehand, but I don't know. It was a chaotic day, you know. I woke up very... I wouldn't say very early, but it felt very early. Like it felt like I was lacking a lot of sleep. And like I just sat there with my dad for almost 3 hours, and then he kind of left at some point. And then after like half an hour later, they were done with the internet. After that, I kind of, you know, you wait so long that you kind of forget what to do with your life, you know. And then you think like, oh fuck, what was I supposed to do? First thing I had to do was clean the floor again, because you know everyone was walking around with their boots on, so the floor got super dirty. So I had to like, you know, clean that shit up as well. Update the laptop, and then I had to do something else. Was thinking about what I should do with food. Got food later. Lost my pants though, so I had to look for my pants first before going outside. Can't really go outside with my underwear. You know, I could go outside with different pants, but I wanted to go with these pants because they had like zippers, and zippers are useful. You should have zippers with your fucking pockets. I think more pockets should have zippers. No, Saki is dead! We already confirmed that, reporter, you fucking slow ass piece of shit.
被害者が遺体発見者であったことなどから先の山野アナの事件から続く連続殺人の可能性もあるとみて捜査を進めています。警察の調べによりますと、小西さんの死亡は1時過ぎ頃とみられています。ですが、現場は未明から濃い霧で視界が悪く、発見が遅れたのではないかということです。
また事件だね。またお父さん帰ってこなくなる。
Don't worry, I'm right here with the milk.
大丈夫だよ。家のことやるの手伝ってくれる？
サメ川の上流に軒を構える 地元随一の歴史を持つ高級温泉宿源泉かけ流しのラドン泉の露天風呂を備え遠方からのリピーターも多い高級旅館だ。
事件後女将が一線を退き今はこちら一人娘の
Man, imagine this going like, well, this is too difficult. I'm gonna let my daughter do all the weird fucking interviews for the murder.
言ってみれば現役女子高生女将といった
Sounds
と
like a
こ
good
ろで
idea
しょ
to
うか。
me.
なんともこう惹かれる響きです。お話伺ってみましょう。
私ですか？
女子高生で女将ということですが、
いえ、私は大学で。
でも後継ぐわけでしょ。っていうか和服色っぽいね。男性客多いでしょ。
Hey, somebody, Beto, shut up.
Somebody get him.
つまんない。
He's talking to a moiner. Actually, I think in this game specifically, right? This is in Japan time, you know, like the age of conscience is 16, but he has the power imbalance because he has a job. But Amagi also has a job as a manager. Who has the power imbalance, Yannis? You tell me. I don't know.
The news reporter has the power imbalance here. Is on top because he can just make shit up.
Ah, I see.
Or use use awkward camera angles to make her look like a horny bitch.
Wow, yeah, no, yeah, right. Fuck. Okay, yeah. So clearly this guy
also he could blackmail with his reporting powers that the inn is terrible, and this would then cause her her parents to lose their inn.
Thank you. I'm not familiar with the power imbalance meta, so I thank you for like telling me, you know.
これはここ数年見られるようになった異常気象で原因はよく分かっていません。
Climate change? Oh my god, not unbelievable. What do you mean there's more fog than normal? How's that weird, huh? You can't just have a year where there's a bit more fog than usual? Fucking lip-tarts.
Season are we?
Oh fuck. The image is there again. It seems that if the conditions are met, you can see it as many times as you want.
How nice.
A silhouette appears. It seems to be a woman. It looks like she's wearing a kimono. You know who also is wearing a kimono?
Well, just we're in Japan. It's kind of difficult.
I don't think, like, sure, there are more people that wear kimonos, but like, I don't think in the stand there's a lot of people that will wear kimono. I don't know how it is. Also, I'm pretty certain, like, it's like, it's not an outfit. It's like a normal streetwear, is it? It's not like something you just wear every day. I don't think. I don't know, actually. I mean, I guess you could, but like...
I've learned from Faithfully that you wear it every day and you don't wear any underwear.
Yeah, no, I've learned from this fucking bullshit anime that you wear it every day. Okay, thank you, Addis. Yeah,
aren't you telling me that anime doesn't reflect real life?
Addis, I hate to tell you, but here's the power imbalance, right? Like, anime can just gaslight you into thinking what Japan is like.
Oh, the power imbalance bad as to say.
Yeah, I know. Anime groomed me. Power imbalance. So does Igor he have the power imbalance as well? Like, is he on top of me?
You see,
if you don't suck my nose, I will not fuse personas for you. You fucking bastard.
At this moment, he has been helping us more often than anything. It almost seems dependent on the player every single time. So I think we're winning the power imbalance game here.
What does Igor lose if we die, though?
I will assume that he loses a spot in power, which is what happened, why he ended up getting thrown in jail.
Are there multiple Igors, what you're trying to tell me, and they all have like the Igor verse, and like if an Igor fails, then he just
I think there's one Igor.
Okay, but who else is competing then?
Well, have you not seen how he lost his spot in power?
I don't think that was because he failed.
Persona 5.
I don't think that's what he failed. I don't think that's what happened though. Did you know that in life you'll face difficulties?
Yes.
Impossible. You're too young, Ennis. You can only say that you have gone through life if you're 50 years old and dying, you fucking idiot.
Jess. I think there's something insane that you could learn from this fact, right?
What?
But you may or may not have performed better yesterday than you have done today, meaning that the you from yesterday has a higher power level than you.
Wait, what you're maybe saying, right, is that there's a power balance within myself, and that I have a higher authority over myself, which means that whatever I do to myself is self-harm.
Exactly.
My fucking god, the meta is crazy. You know, in reality, right, you can never really put someone in jail because that would create a power imbalance, and that would basically turn into bondage, which would make the government rapists.
Yes.
So ban jail, like, you know, get rid of jails. That seems to be the sensible solution.
Have you ever thought about
Those
it like
kinky
this side?
bastards.
The female jailer has a power imbalance going on, which is why she always ends up like sneaking in telephones and giving the prisoners
That's why
favors.
graping the female jailer is actually a form of rebellion that is honorable.
Don't quote this.
For anyone watching this, we're not being serious. We're fucking joking. Most of these streams are nothing but fucking like wild fucking sentences that make no sense. So Anis, if Yosuke is on a bike, does he have a power imbalance over us because he has a vehicle? Or do we have a power imbalance over him because he's an idiot that will crash?
Well, you see, after what happened in Britain, some guy got a fine because he was riding his bike without his hands, without holding the bar, right?
The Dutch would laugh at him.
Exactly. But because of that, we now know, thanks to the woman, that indeed he has a power imbalance and could risk our life if he were to like crash into someone.
Everyone has to understand this, right? In the Netherlands, when you have a bike, you always have the power imbalance. Like what you don't understand is that you have the power imbalance over everything. Yeah, the car might hit you harder, but if you're Dutch, right, you can bike easily over the car and still sue them, right? And if you hit someone, well, I mean, obviously you hit them, but it's usually their fault because, well, why the fuck were you on the bike lane anyway?
Wait, is that actually what happened?
No. I'm joking.
That last bit.
No, I'm joking. I don't know.
Because the first bit I believe in, but the last bit I'm wondering if that's the case. Because in that case, the power imbalance in skill goes to the person that's walking, the pedestrian, because he never has a vehicle in our government system. So
yeah, but like, you know, he doesn't have a bike, which means he's lesser of a human being in the Netherlands.
Obviously. So, I've been in Amsterdam where only bikes exist.
And that's why you have the power imbalance, right? Because, you know, you don't have a bike, so you're not really considered a person, right? Like, you're considered disabled because you don't have a bike.
Yes.
You know, we all know that. Just like, you know, in Japan, right? You are considered disabled if you don't have a katana already. We all know this.
You know, with that said, right, any person that starts screaming that the relationship has power imbalance, good lord, every relationship has a power imbalance going on.
I hate the fucking... I hate the, like, power imbalance kind of makes sense if it's like, you know, an authority figure or something, like, you know, the teacher over a student, right? But, like, you're talking about just a normal woman and man in the house, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I sure there's a quote-unquote power imbalance physically, but, like, we don't, you know, like I said, the social stat is the fucking most busted stat right now, you know?
Yeah.
So here's Igor teaching us to get social links so we get the most powerful power imbalance by having all the connections.
You know, I think the right term here for is, in this case, power level increase.
Power leveling?
So every time, you know, you increase your bond, we should somewhere have our power level just increase, like get some random numbers popping up, like they do in the phone games.
I can't wait for tomorrow when we continue the Hitman game. What were your next mission was America? Was just like the suburbs, just a chill mission, I guess.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you have an easy. You actually have a pretty easy mission ahead of you.
And I felt like I had a lot of easy times.
Okay, but did you do Silent Assassin? You did. Did you do Silent Assassin suit only though?
No, I didn't.
There you go. Okay.
今ちょうどその話しててさ、後で確かめに行こうかって。
昨日映ってたの。
So, you know, she assumes that it's Yukiko because, you know, Yukiko is the only one that has a kimono.
着てるのと似てるし、この前インタビュー受けた時も着てた。心配だったから夜中にメールしたんだけど。
Oh my god, she hasn't responded to her emails.
She might just be busy with work, you know.
The funny part is in this case that's actually the case. This one time that's actually the case.
Getting blackmailed by the reporter, maybe, you know.
So Anis, if you were a girl, like a teenage girl, and your mom comes from behind and grabs your titties, who has the power imbalance here?
Mother.
So yeah, okay, so what you're saying is the mother can just grab the tits and just claim that it's okay because she's the mom.
Yes. Honestly, I think the very fact that her mother is a woman alone is already a very huge advantage in the power imbalance game.
I see. That's fair, yeah, understandable.
You know, you just simply have to be a woman and suddenly you can grab a titty.
マジかよ。じゃあまさか天城はあの中に？
やめてよ。きっと他に何か表示とか。
You know, it must be a massive pain in the ass, though. You have to stay up at like 12 o'clock every night, and then, you know, hope that you didn't lose any sleep so you can go early to school.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Well, you know, and as a Japanese only sleep 4 hours a day, so it's okay.
Yeah, right, look, the girl in the back is already catching up sleep.
Now she's just being lazy, smack her awake. There will be only studying. Sleep is for the weak. So yeah, Yukiko called and it's like, hey, yeah, I'm fine. I was like, oh, thank God. Yukiko's fine.
急に団体さんが入って手伝わなきゃいけなくなったって。ああ、そういや今までも年に1回くらいはこういうことあったっけね。明日もずっと旅館の方にいるって。って花村、いらない心配しちゃったじゃん。
Okay, and so I've got a question, right?
Keep the TV in.
So if your teacher has, you know, if it like your teacher obviously normally has the power imbalance, but if you had a gun, who now has the power imbalance? I need to know.
The teacher.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, why do you think so?
Because he is still a teacher and you're still the student, so you know he has a higher position.
So,
because you have a gun to change anything.
So you are technically allowed to shoot him then, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just make sure you said that it's self-defense.
Okay, so but you know we all know the police will not come inside when a school shooting is happening, right? That's not, you know, that's for the parents to come in and save the children, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, good. We all understand this.
Again, so you can make the entire story up and the police will never know. You can say he touched you.
My God.
And you just pulled out a gun for self-defense sake. You get double points if he's a male. So you get minus 5 points, you know, if it's a female, then they might put you in jail.
Difficult.
Remember, if it's a woman, she automatically has like a higher power level.
Okay, but what if it was a teacher that said that Israel is a bad country? Who has the power? Who is the power imbalance now?
I think it comes down to the entire situation it's playing.
Okay, so the guy that's pulling out the gun is a Jew, right? And he's fighting for his great nation of Israel after the teacher insulted Israel. Who has the power imbalance in this situation?
Sadly enough, I still think the female teacher wins.
I don't know. This is a very complex math equation. I think we have to figure this out.
I get what you say, but sadly enough, here what the context is, you know what? What state?
It is California, and the teacher is a Palestinian.
Alright, no, then the female teacher wins. You know.
It's a male teacher.
Alright, now then automatically, you know, student wins.
けど誰もいない？本当に？
Sorry, I just, you know, the woman is very powerful in certain parts of the world. Unless the woman got shot by a very influential person, like let's name somebody random, like the Donald Trump's son.
Damn.
Or one of Hunter Biden's children. Then you may get away with it, even if it's a woman.
また何かわかるかもしれない。全部勘違いならいいんだけどな。今日見たら電話するわ。携帯の番号教えてくれ。
It's time to share phone numbers.
Right. So what was happening here? They were looking out to see if they can get the bear in contact with the bear, and what was the plan?
I think they were asking the bear if someone was inside the TV, but the bear responded like, "Nope, no one here, just me." I'm like, alright then. So now we have a cell phone ready for whenever the midnight channel shows up, so we can talk to each other right now. It's like, did you see that? Yeah, crazy. Man, if only we had more taxpayers' money to magically know who the murderer was. I think with a bit more taxes, we can like have a radar. The murder radar.
You know, with the tax money I got, I can now blame a high schooler for the scribe.
これで殺しなら鉄板で同一犯による連続殺人だな。けどだとするとどういうことだこりゃ。
最初は三角関係のもつれに間違いないって思ったんですけどね。
事件当時、歌手の柊美鈴は海外公演中でアリバイが固い。通話記録もある。というか、そもそも愛人問題がメディアに出たのは、美鈴本人が会見で暴露したからだ。これから殺そうってのに、わざわざ自分に疑いが向くようなことを言う奴はいない。
ですよね。
旦那の生為太郎にしても、いくら揺さぶっても何も出てこないしな。
So essentially, the two other people involved in that news story with the journalist have such a solid alibi that we just, there's nothing really connecting them to the murders, even though they would be the first suspects.
もちろん山野真由美の死んだ日もだ。泊まり込みで作業していたと裏が取れてる。おまけに山野の方にも失踪前後に生為と接触した形跡は全くないときてる。
この事件で騒がれたせいで。
Damn, and he has been fired too. Can't believe it. You know, the power imbalance was too hard. He got power imbalanced. He lost it. He lost in the meta. The journalist had like the power imbalance in this situation, and yeah, he didn't realize that when he did the fucking.
Well, thankfully we had a serial killer that helped him out, you know. I mean, in a game of power imbalance, just simply murder will always win.
You know, until you get surrounded by numbers.
Indeed.
This is why you hire 487 to do that job instead.
ですね。ニュースで見たっすよ。
何？宿の話、もう出てんのか。
よし。わかった。あれじゃないですかね。遺体の状況に僕らが見てもわからない小西咲だけにわかる何かがあったとか。それを口封じしたかったんですよ。きっと。
Nah. I don't believe it.
町の人間だな。
あ、出ましたね。刑事の勘。
Well, they are having fun out there. We, you know, we're gonna have to watch some TV. I'm about to do some squats in front of this little girl. Just some squats. Why are you doing squats in front of the TV? Because I fucking feel like it.
Video game. If I'm not squatting, how am I winning?
Exactly. This is the Gillionaire grind set. No, go. You will learn it. If you want to become an amazing gillionaire like me. Also, we got a Persona 3 poster on the calendar, you know, we got a Persona 3 calendar right there, so isn't that fucking great? Cool. Isn't that funny? Oh boy, we're about to watch some TV. Well, I guess we know who our next person is.
今日は私天城ゆき子がナンパ逆難に挑戦してみたいと思います。題してやらせなし突撃逆難ゆき子姫の白馬の王子様探しまっちゃあ半期見えないとこまで勝負しようハートみたいなね。もう私用のホストクラブをぶっ立てるぐらいの意気込みでじゃあ行ってきます。
Well, that was certainly an introduction. So, and who has the power imbalance here? I need to know.
Oh, I haven't seen anybody else, so right now we just know that Yukiko is high. But we need to scale it with all the characters, you know?
This is like, okay, so the power imbalance is also like power scaling.
Well, there's always been power scaling, you know?
Oh my god.
How else do we know who has the power imbalance if we're not scaling the power?
Who has the power imbalance between Goku and Frieza?
Oh, Goku, obviously.
So Goku, okay, so Goku has the power imbalance because he's a good guy and stronger?
No, it's because it's Goku.
Oh, because he's the main character.
Yeah, it's Dragon Ball Z we're speaking of, it's always Goku.
No, actually, Zeno is the one with the power imbalance because he can erase Goku.
What's Zeno again? Oh, right, those marshmallows that had the tournament going on.
Yeah. And Whis is also stronger than him. And Frieza became black. He's allowed to say the N-word.
Very important, you know. Well, Goku always had the right to say the N-word.
But Frieza doesn't say as. No, Frieza got the right to say the N-word because he became black. Yeah. Are you saying that because he's the Galaxy Emperor, he always had the right to say the N-word? It just wasn't very nice of him.
Well, back then it wasn't very nice of him. Yes. But you know, now he's part of the part of the hood.
Yeah, he's part of the hood. This is one of my favorite scenes in this game. It's like this. Let me just fucking get out the fucking realistic looking katana and knife. What could possibly go on?
おっと分かってんじゃん。これジュネスオリジナルブランド歯は偽物でもって俺は意外に両方ってありかもな。こんな感じとか
You madman, please stop.
You almost hurt my eyes.
逆にこうとか
I almost knocked over my drink. Well, so Anis, who has the power imbalance here in this case?
If they start fighting the police officer. But right now, as long as he can bluff his way out. Oh no, he's not bluffing his way out. Now the police officer has the power imbalance. Just give him the weapon.
You fucking idiot!
Alright, never mind. The boy is waiting in the power scaling battle, you see?
I think he made it worse. Where did all the police officers come from? They just teleported into the...
Look, as long as he swings it frantically, the police officers can't do anything.
And it wasn't me, I didn't do shit.
俺が偶然いなきゃ歩道歴がついてたとこだ。
すみません。
They just looked really cool though.
じゃあいなくなったのってやっぱ天城屋の？ああ、でもまあ高校生だ。ただ家で
I do hate the idea of like, oh, it's just high schoolers that probably went away. It's like, okay, that still isn't good though. Go after them. New.
Oh, but we have more important matters at hand, you know.
Yeah, we have to stop a murderer. You mean the murderer that's loose, which we could very easily target a lone high schooler? Yes! You fucking idiot.
You know, when you put it like that, it would actually be far more important to try and find the girl, right?
Yes! The murderer has the power imbalance here.
No, stop thinking like a feminist.
Listen, the power scalers told me, okay? I can't deny the power scalers. They're always right, don't you know?
You know, it's nice that you brought them up because it is indeed true that the power scalers are always obsessed with the power
So
imbalance.
what you're saying is that the power scalers have the power imbalance here.
No.
Oh, okay, interesting.
They're just nerds. No, nerds never have powers.
You say that, right? But nowadays nerds, you know, if they say something, if they have higher enough like respect points, then if they say something is true, then you know it's automatically true. There's nothing you can say against it, you know.
Yeah, but who? But other nerds.
Now listen, you know, no more nerds, yes, but we're talking about power scalers, which means that they're talking about who's the strongest, which is the most jock conversation you can have. So they're not
You're
actually
right.
nerds.
I forget. How could I forget the importance there?
Yeah, you fucking idiot. Which is why power scalers have the power imbalance.
ほら、1件目の殺人の前、例の山の穴が天城屋に泊まっててさ。山の穴、接客態度のことでおかみさんにひどい言葉浴びせたみたいなんだよね。で、おかみさんがストレスで倒れちゃって。ほら、天城さん、おかみさんの娘なわけだし。まあその、いろいろ思うじゃない。
It's great that you know all of these details.
家出とかほのめかしたりしてなかった？じゃないと。何か都合悪いことがあって隠れてるとか言ってるやつもいてさ。なんかこれ言っちゃいけないかも。やば。言っちゃまずかったかな。
足立、部外者と立ち話してんな。コーヒーまだかよ。
すんません。今行きます。
You know, normally you would use a coffee mug, right? Like, wouldn't coffee be very hot to hold like that? I don't know. It seems like very hot coffee too, like not just like
Oh yes,
lukewarm coffee.
you are absolutely right. But some places do only have these types of cups.
Yeah, you have like those cups, but like how hot do they make the coffee in those cups?
My experience of drinking hot cocoa out of those cups, I can say that it's not pleasant at all until you get used to it. And even then, you hold them at the tips more often than not, than the sides.
Of course, Tia also is worried about Yukiko. She's like, let's go to the TV. I want to go to the TV too. And we're like, nah, you can't go to the TV. You're a woman. You're not strong enough.
Oh, fair.
We have the power imbalance here.
動機があって、しかも揉めた直後に山のアナ死んだから。
何よそれ、ユキコが犯人って流れ？なわけないじゃん。
俺に切れんなよ、分かってるっつの。チックスちゃんはやばい目に遭ってんの。天城の方だってのに。
How about we just go there?
I mean, you know.
No, just I feel like those posters in the back look like other characters from the series. Am I crazy? Like those four faces.
I think those four. I think it might just be coincidence, but I can't say for certain. Why does one of them look like Lennon? He's about to say some racist shit. One like the bottom left. I don't know, man. That hair. Like the communist.
Yeah.
Gotta love some communism. So who in communism has the power imbalance?
The one who wins.
Well, the one who wins loses because you're not allowed to win, idiot. No one has the power imbalance on the communism except for me. To keep things equal. So yeah, this is the weapon shop. Of course, this is all quote-unquote fake weaponry. I don't believe it, to be honest, but whatever.
It doesn't need to be fake, it just needs to be blunt.
You know, I know in Persona 5 the rules that, you know, your weapons form because of consciousness and stuff like that, so you can actually take model weapons with you, but this Persona 4 doesn't really directly state that, so I don't really know. I wonder if it just works the same way, where because we do it in the TV world, it's like, you know, people see the sword and go like, oh my god, it's a real sword, and that's just it. I'm not certain if it works like
That
that.
very well be. Sad that they don't explain it, but I'm more thinking about the weapon shop itself. Is what I'm saying. It's like,
I mean, the weapon shop, you know, this is just like not actual.
you know, in a realistic sense, it just needs to be metal worker that makes blunt weapons, so that you can just hang them on the wall, and that's it.
I mean, I don't know how far you can go with like weaponry, even if it's blunt, because you know you can still hit someone really hard with it. So I don't know how that legally would work. Same thing with wheel swords, though. I think you would have like a license for like a wheel sword that you only use for practice or something.
You know, even if it's like fake stuff, right? It's still a metal workshop, so this shit is expensive for a high schooler to buy. Oh, but you know, Yusuke just gives us another pocket money.
Well, you know, it is right. You know, he's the manager's son. Of course, he has a bit of money. That's why we steal his wallet every time. Yes, I want to see you with fucking... That axe is bigger than you. How are you gonna conceal it under your outfit?
She has her ways.
Okay, and so a girl shows up, right? The high school girl shows up. And you see her just shove this fucking sheathed katana into her vagina, completely making it disappear. Who has the power imbalance?
I think you answered it yourself.
Like, it's like, how the fuck do I react to that? What the fuck? Man, I'm having dinner. Wait, no, we're at part 5, aren't we? Yeah, we're at part 5, that's where the store begins. Have you come to see my art? Please take a look. Ah, I get a Zweihander, wow. So yeah, obviously I'm gonna get rid of all my money because, well, almost all my money because, well, you know. It's from last game, so I'm just, off screen I'm just, like, buying everything. Like, I'm buying so many lock plus ones, it's insane.
So what are the weapons that each characters are using?
So we are using katanas. The dual, like a fucking Yosuke is using dual, like smaller dual blades. Is that another Guggen gift? Oh, I see. That okay. You know, that's a good reaction to my joke. Yes, she pulled that gun out of her, or that rifle she pulled out of her vagina. What the fuck?
It's a very long one too, right? As long as her arms, at the very least.
Yes, that's why I say it. It's like that's the only option I can make. Because as you all know, anime girls have bottomless pits there.
Yes.
Okay, so back to the weapons. Yosuke is using 2 katanas and she is using shoes.
Shoes?
Shoes.
Ah, she's a kickboxer.
She's kicking.
Yeah, she's a kickboxer. Alright.
My favorite one is Kanji, who just uses a fucking table or a folding chair.
Kanji with the folding chair!
Yeah, Kanji with the folding chair! That's a bizarre door before you. Oh, you know, it's weird when that happens.
You know, Kanji's like favorite craftsman is Frankie, who makes these high quality tables and chairs and bridges.
And stair. Oh, you probably would like. The velvet key in your pocket is shining. Well, I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you expected me after summoning a fucking door in front of my face.
Would have loved it more if you would just come out with a limousine and just pick you up instead.
It doesn't pick you up, it just runs you over and then you just spawn into the limousine.
That's probably what's happening, I'm just tripping on drugs.
You died a long time ago. Also, the girl that we met in the station, we took into the car too.
Oh, nice.
Also, I still think my favorite image is like fucking you just sitting in the middle with these two women, like you know, leaning his arms over their shoulders and going like, "Hey, give me some personas, Igor." And then the next image is fucking Joker getting the shit kicked out of him by the two twins as he's asking for new personas.
いわばペルソナの合体でございます。
So Jess, you are going for another harem now, right?
No. I feel bad for the harem route in this one. So this one I'm just gonna go for pure romantic love with Rise, because who else do I need?
Yeah, you know, I couldn't agree more.
Rise? Yeah. I'm crazy. Yeah. Sometimes, when it comes to names, I'm retarded.
To think for a moment, because you know, Persona 4 had like original enemy designs going on, right?
Persona 4 and 3 use Persona 4 and 3 Persona 4 and 3 mostly use a lot of similar enemies, but we don't use we don't fight the demons that are personas, right? We fight like actual just enemies that are, you know, there.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it because my memory of Persona 1, it does seem like we did fight the personas that we then can use at the same
I
time.
believe Persona 1 and 2 had that, and then Persona 3 changed that. And Persona 4 kept that, and then Persona 5 changed it back. I kind of prefer the Persona 5 method though, but mainly because there's so much diversity in enemies in comparison. Because they also happen to be your personas. Whereas, you know, Persona 3 and 4 have the same problem with a lot of RPGs where at some point you just fight a bunch of recallers. And now a remake could fix that. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Who said that? I think we should turn every Persona game into Persona 5. I'm gonna turn Persona 1 into Persona 5. There's nothing you can do about it. I now constantly have to like get distracted by the girl like shoving a fucking rifle out of her skirt. It's a really well animated scene too. I could have sworn I've seen this girl somewhere before though. I don't know where though. So Mari here does the skill cards that you know in Persona 5. I don't know if they were in the original Persona 4. I don't know if that's a golden edition thing. But essentially, at some point we'll find a coffee shop where the coffee is just so fucking good that one of our personas will shed their skills as a card. You can also find skill cards across like the dungeons and shit. And to save those skill cards permanently, we just like, you know, let Mary like just teach us like just, you know, save them, and then later we can just buy them from her or something like that.
Also, is it another one of those like you can only do it once a day?
No, you can do it indefinitely. You can constantly do it. That's the best part about it. There's no limit.
This is busted.
Yeah, it's more
compared to Persona 5. This is busted.
But you do have to buy the skill cards. They cost money.
Oh wow, whatever. Money. Yes, can we just go back into a dungeon and then you know the Velvet Room will be there?
Yeah, so we can grind.
Yeah, so money is not an issue.
The only thing that's an issue is SP, but we can fix that issue as well.
That's it. Fuck, if you're grinding for money, you might end up becoming so powerful that you don't even use SP. You just beat them up.
No, you're not. This is not Persona 5, Venice. You are forgetting that this is Persona 4. Where if you think that you're really big shit, at some point the enemies will go like, oh, you think you're tough, and then they kick the shit out of you without you expecting it.
Ah, you're playing Dark Souls, but in Persona.
Yeah, but that's basically what Persona 3 and 4 were. You know, before Persona 5 went like, you know what? Yeah, we gotta play the game on easy mode. Don't get me wrong, I love Persona 5, but sometimes I think the enemy should have gotten more mechanics to deal with your mechanics. You basically have the power imbalance in Persona 5.
But it don't gets worse in Persona 5 Loyalty. Like with all the additional stuff
you
that we
get
get in the
even
end.
more nonsense.
Never forget, it's not just that once more and you know, the what was it called again? Passing our baton passing was crazy. Boosting our baton passes on top of that is insane. And I don't remember traits being a thing in Persona 5 original, so having that as well on Personas.
Yeah, which that was a good idea. It's just, again, like, I think enemies should have gotten more sauce as well.
Like, the only sauce I can give them is going to harder difficulties where their magic damage and super effective hits do more damage.
Don't forget the crits.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the eternal crit one. You have no choice. It's the crit one and you're going to like it. If you don't like it, that sucks to be you. I really love the music in this game though. Absolutely fantastic. I honestly do not think... I do not think a remake of like the music would be any better in Persona 4 remake. Like, that might surprise me, but I generally do not see a reason to like remake the music. The music is perfect. I'd probably go with like original arrangement if I could. Yeah, what's up?
I could only see it if they have like, what do you call it again? If they were to use MIDI files or something, so the music sounded distorted, but that's not the case here either.
Here's the thing though, like, the music sometimes sounds like it's old-fashioned, but that's the whole point of the game. The whole point of the game is that everything is like, it seems older-fashioned because we're in the country, right? Like, you're in the the part of the area where just technology is old.
Well, that's like the Jack Frost machine.
Yes! You can win a prize and get some drinks. We'll get to that. It's a bus stop, but you cannot do anything with it yet. Alright then. Go to... For a second there, I thought it said go to Jesus. I was like, yeah, we need Jesus, alright.
I felt like your casual clothes were pretty fine in hiding stuff anyway.
I mean, maybe it would be better if I could close my... Maybe it would be better if I could close my fucking, like, jacket.
Yeah, but look, they're literally the three of them are just wearing their recolored outfits. That's what it is.
I have put my swords in my socks. They'll never notice.
You just see like you walking awkwardly because the entire thing is hidden in one pant. So he has like one stiff leg and the other one is nice and bendy.
He just says that's what happens after what he did to all the women he's met.
で、何か分かったのか？ま、考えても無駄かもな。お前中空っぽで脳みそもねえだろうし。
しっかりだ。けど確かにいくら考えてもなんもわからへんがね。
うっさいよあんたら。くだらないこと言ってる場合？それよか、昨日ここに誰か来たでしょ？
なんと、クマより鼻が利く子がいるクマ？お名前何クマ？
お名前？知恵だけど、それはいいから、その誰かのことを教えてよ。
Who is this person?
君らとお話ししたちょっと後くらいから誰かいる感じがしてるクマ。
天城なのか？
クマは見てないからわからないけど、気配は向こうの方からするクマ。多分あっちクマ。
あっちね。みんな準備はいい？
ああ。
Hey Chi, why are you running? You have the persona. What the hell is a persona?
What the fuck is your persona? Man, I can't believe the first dungeon is a castle again.
And wait, but the next dungeon is another art museum.
No, it's a sauna.
I do not know if I should be excited or disappointed.
You should be very disappointed. No, what? No, I'm not gonna say anything.
You're right. I remember you complaining about the dungeons in this game. No, I get it.
Oh yeah, in general, it's like, you know, that's exactly one thing I could I know some people would complain because maybe some people love the dungeon crawling experience, but I'm of the opinion that I would much better love handcrafted dungeons. That's the one thing I would love with a remake, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I do not think they're gonna make a like actual dungeons for Persona 4. I think they're gonna keep the hallway style.
Can you remind me for a moment?
Yeah.
But this is like the hallway dungeons, right?
Yeah.
Were they randomly generated, or do you think they were still a set map?
They were randomly generated, but at some point it all kind of blends in together. Like it isn't like super wild with how different each room is. There are a few rooms though that are set. There are a few rooms that are absolutely like 100% set. Might have a mechanic to them, but that's not super common. But like maybe sorry.
Specifically saying this, we may have said this before.
Yeah.
But in Persona 1 at the very least, I remember those dungeons not, they were hallways, right?
Yeah.
But I don't remember them being, what's the word for it, randomly generated.
Okay, all the ones here and Persona 3 are randomly generated, but that doesn't stop the fucking... it doesn't stop it from being repetitive.
Oh, absolutely.
It is monotonous.
That's the thing. Where I think that one of the few things that the old Persona games could still very much use if they were to be remade, right?
Yeah.
Is it not to be because they had like a set map, right? Even if it were hallways.
Yeah.
They could just basically scratch that and make it, like you said, more handcrafted, more...
And even if they were to go for like the randomly generated, at least give us a lot of rooms to fucking go through with the random generator, because I just go through the same hallways at some point and I'm fucking sick and tired of it. Now, in Persona 4, unlike Persona 3 at least, it's not like every dungeon is super big. And that can help a little bit, but it can get still a little bit tiring. Of course, this time I know exactly what to do to get my level up very quickly, so I don't have to grind as much anymore. At the very least, the dungeons have their unique themes, unlike Persona 3. It's just one giant fucking dungeon. Okay, yeah, the appearance does change over time, but it still takes a lot of rooms for the appearance to change in Persona 3. Holy shit, man. Also, you know what's better than Persona 3? If you die in one floor of the dungeon, you restart at that floor of the dungeon. In Persona 3, if you die, you restart at the save point. Which usually means that you're going to go back 9 fucking floors. If you're unlucky. Which happens quite often, because, the RNG in that game is ridiculous.
Because in Persona 3, the house is stacked against... a house always...
You have the power... The power imbalance is on Persona 3. Persona 3 has the power imbalance over you. In Persona 3, that would have missed. Oh, I forgot to, set it so that, your scare is, controlled by me. But otherwise, everything is, what you would expect from Persona. You use the weakness, and then, get an all-out attack if everyone's knocked down. And here you have shuffle time. This is a mechanic that was in Persona 3. And was completely shit in Persona 4 original. In Golden it's fixed, though. So we actually have very useful, things when we get to, basically, things get shuffled and we get to pick one. The idea is that, at some point we can, get one morse. And that would mean that we could, get all cards. And then if we get that, we get, a bonus. Where we would always get shuffle time. And be able to pick, a good amount, just 1 card. Or 3 cards, I don't remember, actually. But, we would always get shuffle time if you get, all the cards. Which is a good thing. Because otherwise, shuffle time is random. Otherwise. I couldn't help but think that if you do, all-out attacks, it will happen more often. But maybe that's just fucking placebo effect, I don't know. Maybe it's just coincidence. So yeah, now we're just in the dungeons. Obviously I'm gonna skip random battles where, we've seen them before. I'll only show the same enemies if they're in the different enemy formation, but that's about it. And when it comes to, figuring out who's weak to what, you're just gonna have to leave it to luck.
Going the usual way.
Yeah. It's trial and error. Now,
oh lord, sound like sick.
Now, in the original Persona 2 like version on the PlayStation 2, in this first dungeon, you can find these beetles, right? And they reflect physical attacks. But you only have 3 party members. And you know what's funnier? They have Provoke.
They have exactly by Threat and Bite.
Yeah, it is the first dungeon, so they will kill you. If you want into them, you fucked. You better run. Yeah, Persona 4 PlayStation 2 was even more difficult because they just had like boss fights, not boss fights, but they just had ridiculous Venom enemies sometimes.
You know, I just love that every physical attack has horrible sound mixing.
Yeah, it's fucking loud as fuck. At least that feels satisfying to pull off, you know, you hit someone, but it hurts hard. And here's another part, you know, this is great stealth gameplay, except sometimes no matter how far you move, he still knows you're there. Whereas other times he just turns around. Oh. So the idea is that, like, you know, you hit him from behind, you know, you get an opportunity attack, you know, he comes at you, then, you know, they have an attack animation as well, so if they do an attack, then you get, like, bad, but if they just run into you, then it doesn't always, like, it's just neutral sometimes, it's kind of weird sometimes. They can very quickly notice you coming from the side, so you should be very careful when doing the sneaking around.
Well, you do the sneaking. I'm gonna hunt a mosquito. I'll be back.
Alright. That's very helpful. Chi-chan is here. Open the door. Well, we can't open the door now because... Hello? And it's really just had to fucking leave at this moment. I can't believe it. I guess he doesn't want to go to sleep. I can't believe this is part 5 or... Like, I know I made the parts longer, but I can't believe it's like... almost the end of the stream already. Like, holy shit, this is gonna be a long one. At some point we're gonna move these streams over to Friday or Sunday, depending on which game we'll complete first, though. Actually, we're gonna probably be on Fridays instead. And on Sundays will be whatever, either Hitman or God Eater. And then for Mondays, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do on Mondays. Mafia, we can also do Mecha Break. We could do it. I kind of want to do Stellar Blade a bit later, I'm not certain, because I fucking platted it. I fucking got all achievements on that one. Oh my god.
Sadly, the mosquito escaped.
Yeah, we're gonna do like a 20-minute long boss fight. I don't know if you're ready for that.
Still have to work tomorrow, so I would rather go to sleep.
Yeah, I had to figure such. Next time on Persona 4, we will fucking fight a boss and then go further into the dungeon to fight the real boss. I can't believe that, like, we couldn't even do 5 parts. Holy shit. To be fair, my parts are much longer here, right? But, like, still, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was expecting us to actually go to, like, 6 parts at least. I was paranoid about it even. I thought, like, oh no, I'm worried. But no. Seems not. We'll see you guys later. Actually, tomorrow, actually, we'll continue the Hitman game. Get excited.
Yes.
Finally continuing Hitman. Very well. What if my internet on Parsec would be better now with this internet? Like, maybe Ennis will, like, lag less with Parsec, I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.
Well, the worst lag was when your internet connection was switched.